It is a blessing. But I remember, I don't swear at first because then YouTube will promote the stream to other people if they don't hear swearing within the first 3 minutes. If you swear within the first 3 minutes, YouTube goes, who does this guy think he is? Get him. I almost used an explicitive. Boy, what a blunder that one would have been, huh? Yikes. No, but it's live on both. All right. It's a hell of a feeling though. So, how the fuck do you do this, man? I just swore. I promised myself. Ugh. It's been a schminute. I mean, I know I did the Persona stream on Saturday. That one, it's kind of all a blur, man. It turns out that like immense and crushing sadness in your life really does kind of take hold and root of things. I should have just worn some running shoes and gone outside. Then I would have been fine. I should have taken all that advice, man. Here I am looking like a fool for not. So what are we gonna do? I'm feeling some challenges. We've got so many just sitting here, and some of them aren't even hard. They're just tedious, so I haven't done them yet. And I know what you're thinking. Well, if they're tedious, don't do them. That doesn't sound like fun to watch. What do you want me to do? Do them in my own free time? Brother, I don't have any of that, okay? I made one allusion to Neon Genesis Evangelion in my thumbnail today, and it took me way too long. Mainly because I wanted to like really faithfully match the bevel and emboss that was used very frequently in the like late 90s, early 2000s kind of, you know, promotional material that's out there. You have 99 bombs, just use one of them. So you and I are not the very same kind of frugal people, okay? See that? You will go bankrupt within a couple months. Me, I'm recession proof. Now, okay, well, that one might have, look, if this is bombs or key, we lose the entire run. Cool. Why'd you take it if there was a lose con for the entire run? So we hate comedy. It's illegal now. That's what happened while I was gone. We've illegalized comedy. Tears up and I feel empty. No. Not entirely false, actually. No, but I mean, like, while I was gone, I had to think, right? How do you sensationalize your own content more? You know, I want to draw people in, but not because they are interested in the stream, because I've sensationalized and, you know, had controversial takes to the point such that people go, you have to be there. That's what a good streamer does. That's real. So I was thinking maybe you just start streaming and be like, does anybody have a baby in the audience? I'd love to get just like fucking uppercut a baby right now. And then everyone goes, finally, a based and relatable streamer. Take all my heckin' Reddit gold. You know what I mean? And then we're on to something. I'm just gonna go over here. It's not a good idea to use bombs for this. Like, it's a really, really bad idea. Like, I mean, obviously we're getting a little bit of gold, which makes it not the worst idea. But 2 keys, there's 0. You should definitely save both of your keys comedically whilst he was saying it. If you couldn't imagine what was happening there. I actually did. Bastard. Oh, yeah, Black Bean's buff circa repentance. They didn't think about that. This challenge is too easy now. Is it really? No. But look, man. See, we get these lovely moments in this one. But it like these kind of bonding moments between you and I. But yeah, so I was thinking, you know, how do I sensationalize more, really draw people in? And I think that that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to start doing like weekly streams where I go out and I just like kick a baby in public. But then if people ever go, hey, you can't do that, they're just a kid. I go, no, sir, you don't understand. They were crying and ruining my meal at McDonald's. And then they go, oh, well, of course. I mean, you paid to be here. That's unheard of that a child would do that. You know what? That's very... Health down? Oh, that kind of hurts. Yo, speaking of spinning eggs, do you remember that one time on Instagram when, what was it? The one, like, it was just a picture of an egg, and it was the most liked photo on Instagram. And people were like, this is it. This is peak comedy. I'm not going to say the internet's come a long way in that time. I'm just going to say, like, I don't think people would be calling it peak comedy anymore. I think we moved a little bit further from it. Now, was it still funny? It was still funny. But, like, I don't know if we needed the... There was like weeks of discourse surrounding it where people were going, I still can't believe it beat Kylie Jenner. And it was like a month later. I think at some point you gotta believe it. I hate to be the one to tell you. Dude, I think making your bed is a fool's errand, right? And some people go, oh yeah, what, you think you're so smart because you just say I'm gonna lie in it again? Well, okay, yes. Don't bring this false equivalent in. People will go, well, you wipe your ass, you're gonna, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shit again. That's true. It's not the same as making your bed. And intrinsically, we both know this. You're coming at me with a false argument because you are unable to construct one that matters, right? Because, yeah, I'm gonna shit again. But, like, also, the reason I clean... Look, if there was no downside to not wiping, I wouldn't be wiping on God. I put that on everything I know. The thing is... your body is not made to do that because it's gonna get crusty and disgusting. The only time I'd make my bed, right, is to wash the sheets and or blankets. That's not necessarily required to make your bed. That's just, yeah, exactly. So it doesn't smell stinky anymore. That's all you need to do is make sure. This will be like a 2 of, not the one I wanted, and yet I find myself strangely aroused by it. We'll take this and this. Now we have an extra win con of throwing keys at enemies. Is it the best active I could hope for? I hate to say it, it is not the best active I could hope for, but it is something for now. And now we get a kind of hot swap. Can you even throw this? Oh, you can. Good shit. Holy shit, Clash Royale Sphere. Dude, I need to, if I wasn't in like the depressive spiral, I promise I'd do more. I do need to set up my brain nourishing Clash stream. I think it's going to be really funny. Now, when somebody thinks one of their own jokes is going to be funny, oh yeah, that's how you know it's about to be a hit. We'll just train these guys for a while. You think I played COD Zombies my whole life to not know how to train in a small environment? All of my friends would always take the good training spots, right? I had to make do. I was the middle child of COD Zombies. Oh, I want the main area. Oh, give me near the pack-a-punch. So the slice is, you can kind of like in the spawn room. Yeah, but we opened all the doors. It's really hard to train there. Well, I mean, yeah, but none of us want to train there, so it's probably fine. I missed my 1 key. That's okay. That's what, you know. Wow, we really are going to be here a while. You know, it's kind of, patience is a virtue and one that I hope we can instill over this stream. Surely. Look at that, baby. Don't spawn any. Yeah, fucker. Well, I'm not even gonna bother. See this? There's the COD Zombies. It always comes back. Actually, I think this might be the secret room. See? I found a... Now, if it wasn't the secret room, I still would have felt justified in doing it. All I had to do was come up... 1 bomb for 3 cents is expressly not worth it in a run where bombs equal all of my damage. Yes. Look at this shit. He doesn't know what hit him, man. Into a bomb, into another key. Dear Lord. Okay. Bastard. Take one of those for the road. Take 3 of these and call me in the morning. Me going into my doctor to complain that my back hurts a little bit. I'm just praying that he's going to prescribe me like the strongest opioids in the back. Someone has to, please. How hard do you think it is? Like, I guess I don't want to know the answer to this live on twitch.tv. I was going to say to get prescribed opiates that could ruin someone's life. I really don't want to know, actually, because then, you know, in the name of content, I'll have to do an opioid trying stream where I review each one. And, you know, at the end of it, I go, I think my favorite one to be hooked on, well, this one does have crippling drawbacks, but this one I've already quit 4 times. I mean, yeah, I keep coming back, but the quitting's the easy part. It's the stay and quit that's hard. So, you know, I'm quitting it pretty well. I don't think that this one's going to be too much of a problem. It would make... Maybe I could start the new Twitch meta. People are getting tired of the Twitch metas always being sexual in nature. Don't worry, guys. I'll start the next drug-related one. You're welcome. We'll call it the anti-dare streams. And everyone will be like, don't do that. You are ruining your life for clicks. And I'll be like, no. Ruining your life was the Tide Pod one. This one's cool and epic. I have to use a bomb on one of them. Okay, expressly have to, no, but I wanted to just so I didn't have to wait that long. I know that I act as though I am the paragon, you know, example of what a man should be when it comes to having patience. It's simply not the case. It's a false facade. That should be all of them. Okay. Whew. mean, we just buy whatever we can. We do what we must because we can. You know who said that one? I believe it was GLaDOS. Portal 2. Because that was Still Alive, not... No, Still Alive was Portal 1. Right? Look, both of them were out by the time that I was conscious, okay? I know there's some people out there who had to wait for Portal 2's release. Not me. By the time I played it, it was just a game that everybody sends you on Steam when you kind of want to play a game with someone, but you don't know what. So everybody owns Portal, so it's not that hard. Oh, when you open enemies, they act as though they are a chest. I mean, I know real sharp key heads already knew that, but that's not me. Push that up there. I'm so good. Except for the fact that I'm simply not getting any angel deals. I don't think, or devil deals. I don't think that's on me, though. I think I can only blame the heavens around me. I looked at my title again. This title's a banger. I don't care what I was. It took me so long to find the emojicons. You might think that I just, you know, found a copy pasta of one of the most popular songs. I don't know, of all time. I feel like there's probably some other ones that are up there. Probably a Beethoven song up there, despite what the naysayers will say. Look, even if you don't like Beethoven, which I'm not going to say I'm exactly his #1 fan, what am I going to do? Say, oh, he didn't have an impact on music? You know his name, even if you don't know any of his songs. It's like, he's the Michael Jackson of his time. He's kind of the king of classic, you know what I mean? Which does mean I hope that the two of them are currently dueling out the king titles in heaven. Or hell, I don't really know where they went. I didn't keep up with the lore. But, you know, Beethoven hasn't dropped in ages. Yeah, I mean, that's true. He has kind of been falling off in recent years. I think that once he releases his next sonata, though, people are going to be sorry. Like, everyone's sleeping on my man right now. When sonata something dropped, I don't know what numbers he got to in his life. Not saying he's dead, obviously. I'd hate to spread misinformation over the internet. Now, you might be saying, isn't claiming he's alive spreading misinformation? No, you don't realize I'm making no such claim. I'm staying a neutral party on this. Yeah, this challenge is not hard. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's win before I say anything like that. Oh, this one's... Never mind. This is the hardest challenge. We win. All right. This challenge isn't hard per se. I'd just say that it's a little bit boring, if that's understood. Like... Now we just wait for the bean. Did Mozart drop something last year? Good for him, man. I always knew we'd find something on his hard drive. It's like, you know, when a famous rapper dies and somehow we're 2, 3, 4 years later and this was unreleased on his hard drive. How much did this he actually had more on his hard drive than he released? What the fuck was he had contingency plans for this. He was a doomsday prepper. Everyone wants to make fun of doomsday preppers. All of a sudden, you know, hey, here's my 17th year of music in case I die at some point. That's doomsday prepping. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. I mean, like, good for them. They clearly had something in mind. Please don't. Oh, you fuckers. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Does this mean I can just, like, throw all I want? It does not. By the way, I didn't mean to run. Obviously, I would never throw a run. But yeah, I do need... Dude, there's so much that you gotta get back to when it comes to getting back to streaming. Because now I also gotta start making, like, shorts again, getting back on that MF grind. I don't really have the time. I mean, I guess if it's your job, right? The thing is, I believe that a lot of the songs are unreleased by them for a reason. I don't think their unreleased songs are gonna be topping the charts. I think they've probably got a pretty good reason to be like, nah, this shit's staying in the, you know, slow cooker. It is not good. Okay. Of course they give me Monstro 2 on this run, man. Whatever. That's big damage. And he's done. There it is. Oh, man. They made it so stressful for what? We also haven't gotten a single HP upgrade. Our stats would... Ooh, I'm about to wind up the most fierce YI auto of all time. Oh, the... Ooh. Yeah. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Ooh, one more blindfolded and they give me this one. I'm about to hit the most fierce the most visceral 1950s cartoon wind up in the saloon while they got the playing and hit him with the most fierce I ever had. So I'm doing some of the challenges that I've never completed. This challenge only allows you to use bombs. You have a blindfold over your eyes and you are not able to shoot tears because of that. The item we just got is Godhead. Godhead is one of the best items in the game, inarguably. It gives a damaging aura around all of your tears and causes them to just kind of like generally fuck up the enemies. So what we just did is we got it on a run where I can't shoot tears. Now the funny thing about it, that could we like not do all this, man? I get it, you're very busy. Please. Oh, they're self-replicating, they're asexual. Please. Oh my god, why? Hop up. Yeah, fucker. Saw that one, only took me like 30 bombs and I predicted it. So yeah, and the worst part about us getting that item there is I have never picked up that item on this save account, which means nobody on stream who's watched primarily on stream knows what this item does. It was the item I was working very hard to unlock using the Lost. And here we have the fruits of our labor, and cruelly, I can't taste it. It's working my entire life to just one day be able to see the Aurora Borealis, and the day before I make the, trek over to find out what it looks like, I get struck down blind. It's actually such a fucked up thing to do. Okay, we're fine. Oh, wow, my nose is actually, whoa. Yeah, pretty much. In the original release of Rebirth, it was kind of the God item, as in like, if you ever got that, it was a guaranteed one run. Now, at this point, there's been so much power creep and, items coming out and stuff like that. I know power creep even in fucking, a single player game. You kind of love this. Are you actually able to shoot? Oh, we have tears, fuckers. Sorry, bastards. You can't kill me anymore. You can't wall me out from dealing damage. What happens if you run out of bombs? Luckily, we are only going to mother this run. But otherwise, I'd be waiting on the bean for a long time to deal all of our damage. And if that sounds like a boring run, this challenge isn't necessarily fun. It was just, I saw it and noticed we haven't done it yet. And all I have to do is beat her right here. So I'm just going to take damage and use the bean's passive ability. Okay, let's slow the damage a bit. Just kidding, haha. The intentional damage, by the way. Okay, now let's slow the... Can we chill the fuck out, guys? Hey, everybody. Okay. I'm gonna just, like, keep doing this. Because our bombs deal AoE damage. Yeah, just that easy. We're just gonna pick up our trophy and get out of here. We're never gonna have to play that again. That's the upside to it. That unlocks Burnt Penny. Will I ever pick up Burnt Penny as a trinket in my life? Okay, let's be honest with each other. No, I don't think so. It's in the cards. Moving on to the next one. What's this challenge? We get a lot of cards. I mean, surprise, surprise. Like, what did you expect, huh? You fuckers. I guess it counts because they were already bombs, but I was just hoping. Hanged Man, at a time like this, I get it. You're comedic. Dude, it's not going. Every day is, I wake up and I break every bone in my body. I have glass bones and paper skin. Whatever. We got sun, full heal. It's fine. Why would they not give us Ace of Spades for this? There's one of the, do all the challenge runs end in Mother? This one does, because there are a lot of early challenges that I just kind of ignored doing. And the whole point of them is they're supposed to be like the easy challenges that even a little baby could complete. And me, big strong man with bulging muscles, I have not completed them to truly show how, awesome and cool I am. We've got a lover's card. I mean, let's be, what was I thinking? I was about, dude, I was about to say the most sad shit of my life. I was gonna say we could get an arcade on the next floor, and then from there, we only have to beat Mother, man. It's not exactly the, you know, hardest run in the world. And they're even giving us this just to show that off. A free, okay, well. Infestation, yes, yeah. We're now a little like green gremlin. We got Purist done yet? I don't know, maybe? I genuinely have zero clue what challenges I've done. I don't think I had any rhyme or reason to the ones I've done on stream. So I'm just doing all of them now. Let's hold on to the world and... Honestly, world hanged man, just in case there's anything we need to fly for. Cool, we could have got curse immunity. Let's just kill this child. He's begging for money on the side of the street and that weirds me out. Ew, ew, I don't want to watch them. You finally got your sister to watch One Piece, like all of it, like in one sitting? I think that's corporal punishment. Unless you mean she's like just started watching, in which case, you know, tell her I said welcome to peak. But if all of it in one sitting, I'm sorry. Yeah, Purist is, well, isn't, I mean, Ultra Hard's the worst challenge. That one's just not well designed. That one's an actual fuck you to, well, in 3 days she watched 140 episodes. Yeah, I wish that could still be me. And you might be like, oh, is it the responsibilities of life? Nah, man, it's the Wano burnout. I got so bored in Wano that I just watched all of Mashal. And hey, in Mashal, you know, shit happens quick. Now, why did I decide to watch Mashal? Did you hear the theme song for, you know, like the second season? That shit is a certified banger. It's so good. Glass Eye? Sure. You know what? I'll take it. I mean, if I wouldn't take it, what was okay? Like, it's not up to me. It was already decided for me. Now, this is a boss trap room. God, we do have a fucking yassified eye now. Look at that thing, man. Holy shit, this is one eye with that one TikTok filter that everybody used, and the other eye is normal. Okay. I mean, does every floor just have... You know what? Why don't we just use this? Okay, buddy. Listen here. I understand, Ted Kaczynski. You gotta throw your bombs around. It's your brand. Look, no problem there. Anarchist Cookbook, funny. Would kind of kill the whole entire theming of the run. And I love themed restaurants, man. I love themed things in general. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's true, because Purist is... I remember how I beat Purist the first time, and it's not exactly like it was a skill thing. It was just get mom's knife in first Devil Deal, and call it there. At least in Ultra Hard, you're right, you can, like, hold R until you get something going, and start the run on your terms. Now, I will say, and I don't blame my deck of cards for it, it just, you know, it upsets me, it offends me a little bit. So much so that I may post something on reddit.com about it. I know, he's serious, he's serious. I do wish, I mean, a 7-cent Diplo. Why not? Why not? I mean, the thing about the Wano burnout is, for me, I think most people got burnt out before I did. Because I got burnt out due to the... due to the fight in Onigashima. I don't know if that's where everyone gets burnt out, but dude, it was taking so long. Like, insanely long. They definitely fucked something up with the anime pacing. I hear that Egghead is almost caught up to the manga. The pacing's about to be the most heinously atrocious thing you've ever seen. What do we got? Yeah, you know what? You know what, actually? Why, after all, why not? Why shouldn't I? I mean, like, sure. Yeah. So, I remember the way I did, this was not the intended way, by the way. I did Ultra Hard via... Also, you remember how I said I love theming? Yeah, but now I have Satanic Bible, and I kind of feel like using that more. The way I did Ultra Hard was there's one baby, the sun baby, who heals you. I used that one, and then I also used the O baby that you unlock via playing the Lost, because the O baby is invincible to all damage. So I would just play as him while I sat in a corner at no risk. You might say that's cheesing the challenge. I'd say the true challenge is finding a way to cheese it. It's thinking through a solution on your own terms. It's called critical thinking, bozo. Also, yeah, that does sound like cope for someone who couldn't get good. It's true, but did I, reach that percentage? Maybe. Agalize? I mean, I guess might as well. Like, when in Rome, yeah. When in Rome, which wasn't built in a day, depending on what depending on who you prescribe to. Do I care about Unicorn Stump? No. But we could. I mean, Satanic Bible is kind of an F tier item when you compare it to, like, Unicorn Stump. On the bright side, this challenge, we gotta kill Mother, right? Or not Mother, Mom. Just normal ass Mom, stomping her foot and all. I don't see a world where I lose this run. So I would love for the game to illuminate that to me. I would love to be humbled and put in my place. What we got? 2 of Hearts? Yeah, I mean, what was I hoping for? Like 2 of Diamonds, and then I get back to the same money I just paid for it? I gotta think a little bit before I act. With that said, it would make for less entertaining content. I truly do think that doing plays that come from the soul the second you see any kind of stimuli before you is how you truly entertain the masses. Nobody wants intelligent plays. If we wanted that, we'd watch somebody who knows what's going on. Oh, 4 boss room. Yo. Okay. Wait, that's so busted. I mean, I guess, it probably wasn't designed with the intention of, ooh boy, this will be a balanced idea. Death List is an interesting idea. I don't know how tempted I am. Krampus? I'm happy to get Krampus out of the way. I would love to get a little lump of coal. The only thing I want in my stocking, first of all, more children to work the mines. That's my first wish. Second of all, more coal, baby. I mean, let's just get Death List, Why not? True, that's what they were banking on. They saw the price of controllers now and how they're built to not last. They're in on it. Yeah, maybe killing the Order of Death List next time, huh? Fucking dumbass. Ye who took the item. Maybe you should fucking play around its only rule and contingency. Okay, it's a fair enough point. Maybe I will do that. Well, actually, can one person take all? Yeah. It's, as it turns out, a challenge run when you get 4x items. Oh, fuck, man. I gotta do C and double someday. I don't even like playing normal Jacob and a Sal. You put that shit in a challenge run, I hate it even more. That's ass. Oh, right. Death List. Play around Death List. Yes. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, probably sitting there thinking I'm a damn fool, you don't need to play around Death List. It can give you minor statistical upgrades. Yeah, random pickup or stat increase. Dude, I'm talking minor statisticals. That's huge out here. I fucking hate playing them, man. I think, personally, it should be classified as cruel and or unusual punishment to force someone to sit through an entire run of Jacob and or a Sal. I'm nothing like the rest of you. I play them one at a time. So. Ow, you fucking with your spawns. I thought that was going to be an easy one. What just heal? Oh, I have placenta. Delicious. I'm just saying, if I was a doctor, I wouldn't help myself from snacking. Don't read into that too much. Let's just leave that where it lie, huh? Let's let sleeping dogs do whatever it is that they do. And speaking of dogs, have you guys seen Dragon's Dogmas 2 is coming out? Now, you might say, what is that game? That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not here. You might think that I was about to be a staunch Dragon's Dogma 1 defender. I had no clue. I hadn't even heard of that game until they showed it off at the PlayStation, like, Sony State of Play thing. And they said, it will be limited to 30 frames per second on console. And I went, all right, that's a fucking kiss of death for the game. No one's gonna play it. All right, well, at least they're telling us don't waste your time. Succubus makes it very hard to, okay, haha, funny innuendo joke out of the way. But Succubus makes it very hard for me to actually target what I want, because here he's gonna shoot out, oh, he hasn't done it yet. Once he shoots out a little speck of enemy, then I can't kill in the right order anymore. Yeah. I was trying to stop him from doing that, but you know what? He had his own agenda, and we love him for it. I did see that the free beta-esque thing is just like their character creator, and I think that's a fun idea. I'll fuck with that. Am I going to take this on the off chance that we get Guppy? Yes. Do I think that it's very likely, seeing as this challenge literally only has you kill Mom and then we're out of here? Okay, yeah, it's not likely. But if you think like that, you'll never be a good gambler. Real gamblers do two things: steal narcotics from children and win. And I'm all out of children. Dude. I also, so this is like a very niche bit. And if you hear this bit and go, what is he talking about? That's okay. But does anybody have, there's this brand of sunscreen, and I'm about to go all in on them, okay? So if you are a true sunbum defender, consider, you know, watching your tone right now. They do this thing. They do a faux, kind of like wood style painted thing at the bottom of the container of the sunscreen to make it feel more beach-like and whimsical in nature. I think that that is a fine idea. What I don't agree with, though, is that shit chips off so easily. Who at the marketing team was like, oh yeah, cover it in the shittiest paint that we can, so anytime somebody picks it up, they really get, you know, it all over their hands. And it's like, well, actually, that's only a problem if you leave it in the heat. That's what people said. Hey, guess what, man? I'm taking the sunscreen into the heat. The screen of the sun is going to be outside where it's warm. I know that that's a shocking revelation to some people, because, you know, apparently it's lol, just, you know, put it there. That's not, we're not being honest with each other. We're approaching each other not as intellectuals. I mean, what are my other options? Betwixt both of these, I'd rather just have Fear Shot than then say thank you so much for all that you've ever done for me and move on in my life. Yeah, it definitely doesn't taste like wood. It's very like toxic and lead in flavor. In fact, it might be the only usage of lead paint left. Yes, a range upgrade. Some people say stop playing around Death's List. Oh, it's so useless. The stats you get never matter. Sorry, I can't hear you from how far away I am now due to my range upgrade. So, I mean, I bet you feel really foolish right now. I'm on the other side of the world right now due to my range upgrade. This is a very easy room for Death's List, and I threw it all away. Why? It's just, look. I view Death's List as a nice little upgrade every now and then. It's a treat. It's dessert. I'm not going out of my way to make sure I get dessert every time. If I get it, I get it. And I'm having a happy and good life because of it. I'm going to get 4.5 volt. Why? Look, let's stop acting like this is a real run, okay? It's already won. Why do I even bother min-maxing? It's so over. I mean, the thing is, right? We actually have people alive currently who walk among this earth with us, who know the taste of, you know, like leaded coffee. And you might say that's not real. I bet it, look, do I expressly know if that's historically an accurate and true thing that happened? I don't know for sure. I just know that we're finally this year, at least in the United States, getting a ban on using asbestos and stuff. Because they're like, oh wait, actually no, it is still killing people. Let's make sure that they can't use it anymore. And some people are like, why? It's worked so good for so long. We are not advancing as a society. We are regressing so far. It's crazy. And people are like, it was good enough when I was a kid. Yeah, man. Well, there's a lot of things that have changed since then, okay? When you were a kid, you had to hike 30 miles to tell your parents that you broke your knee. I can, like, send a text that says, hey, you need to drive me to the hospital. And then you'd have to fucking get on your horse-drawn carriage, slowly meander your way down to the local. I mean, we might as well look. Are we gonna get Guppy? No, but I mean, it would have been cool, right? Anyways, let's just get on out of here now. I had to give it a try. Should have checked boss. Oh, that's how you unlock Superfan? I thought you just got that by having Super Meat Boy Max upgraded. Well, now I feel like a damn fool. Yeah, we have the Host, Purist, and then like every single one of these. All I did here was April's Fool. I didn't even do this one. Oh, man. We got so many challenges left, dude. Look at them all. Well, whatever. This is just what we'll work our way through. And we even get the nice little tainted music when we hop in. So what is this one? The Host. You've got a bunch of infections, a tick on you, and I don't know which one it is. I guess we have... Yeah, I actually don't know which fly item that is on the far right. Seems as though it's the... I think it's the mini guppy one, where there's a chance whenever you shoot an enemy to spawn a fly. I think, but I mean... Your guess is truly as good as mine. Hold on. I just recognized something that I need to do before I continue streaming. I'm very sorry to the gamers to pause at such a pivotal moment, by which I mean everyone was like, no, I was watching that. Just give me 1 second. It's not exactly a bathroom break, but it's something I have to do. Ah, that's precisely what I was getting. I was getting my beverage. Well, hold on. Let me make it into a comedy joke, right? Because wrong scene. Oh, that was a close one. No, but let me make it into a comedy joke. Sorry, guys. You just know that I get so antsy if I don't snort my ketamine before I go live, so. If I don't have my 10 fucking... lethal doses of Fent before I go live, I don't really know what's going on anymore. I start to feel wrong. I start itching at my skin seeing the bugs crawl underneath it, so. Really had to make sure I got that out of the way first. I mean, doesn't the tick actually do something? I should have gotten hit before I walked in, because I believe the tick heals you a half red heart when you enter into a boss room. And you might say, wow, that's useless. Yeah. So fucking take that. Yeah, another one argument for me. Sorry, another shower argument that I'm winning. And I didn't even have to spend 30 hours, alone thinking on it and then being like, oh yeah, well, probably no item rooms. I don't know. I just assume there's never an item room. If it's like a vanilla rebirth challenge, I assume two things. One, I'm completely fine to turn my brain off for the entirety of the challenge. And two, there aren't going to be item rooms. I don't really like to think when I do these ones because I have limited brain capacity and it's getting ever more dwindled every time I click go live. Oh man. Whew. I was so worried that I didn't unmute. Man, that would have been... The tick is 10% of the boss's HP. Okay. So it does something. It's not exactly worthless. It's not worth full either. Obviously that it couldn't be there. Yeah, well... look, I said it before and I'll say it again. When I do challenges, I tend to turn off my brain, okay? They're normal difficulty. I'm not dealing with 30,000 champions per room. I don't know. I just feel unstoppable. I don't even know what hard mode actually does in Isaac. I just know that they gave me the option. And it was essentially a button that they wanted me to tick that said, are you a bitch or not? And I had to click the not a bitch option despite no... Sure. Yeah, I mean, okay. Why not? I'll treat myself a little bit. I deserve. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I get a free item sitting there? All right. I'm trying to keep Dry Baby, like, on top. No, Dry Baby. Yeah, there we go. Because if he absorbs enough, all of a sudden, he's death clearing the room for me. All right. Well, that's easy enough. Maybe I should be taking the monster manual or whatever with me. But, like, I don't know. 2 Guppy items? Look, I'd be remiss to not, okay? Guppy's hairball and Guppy's head. Why, look, it fits the theming of the run. That's true, but maybe if I gulp this one. When was the last time I actually had a tick upon me? I don't know, but I don't think that I'd want to remember it either. They're just weird little creeps. I don't like them. They're little blisters with legs, and nah. Seeing them scurry and scanter about, yeah, honestly, yeah, sure. That works. All right, well, you know, this run was chosen for us to win. I didn't have to put in any work, and here I am, reaping all of the rewards. I love it here. Truly was, this rat was gifted with the paw of a rabbit in his hands. I don't know what that means, actually. That'd probably make you like the king of the rats, right? Holy shit, he took down a rabbit. Dude, what do rats eat? I guess people, right? I know that because there was the medieval torture method. Sorry to medieval torture splain to people out there. Where you take like really hungry rats, or no, you just put rats under someone and then you start heating up the underneath of them and the rats would go, man, it's getting hot. I gotta find my way out of here. The soft flesh shining above them, and then they, you know, look, people say that, wow, rats are so brutal. It's not the rats that were brutal there. I'm not, look, obviously I have a little bit of bias. It's not the rats, it was the people who were boiling the rats alive, making them have to escape the situation. They were the ones who I would say are probably in the wrong side of history. I've also said before, and I'll say again, I think that if you come up with a torture method, you should be the first person it's tested on. Because, like, first of all, they probably wouldn't have had keel hauling invented. I doubt the John Keel Haul was like, yeah, sure, tie me to the bottom of the boat. I'll let you know, this shit's gonna work so well. But also, because then it's at least, you know, I don't want to say this one gives me a boss item. 2 more cents for a boss item. I mean, we need damage pretty bad. Bad enough to buy it. Well, knowing that all I'm gonna get here is a, you know, an itty bitty little consumable, or not consumable, orbital. I think that I probably go yoink a boss item. I just don't have the money for it. Well, you can always go back. If only there was a way. Give me Bookworm. Yeah, that was worth it. Give me Cambion Conception. Was that one worth it? I don't know. I was tempted to buy Brother Bobby just to have a full sweep. Just to say I was really balling out at the local devil deal. That's how I feel pulling up to Applebee's, man, when the appetizers are on sale. Oh, man, give me a... look, I shouldn't lie. All right, I haven't been to Applebee's in a while. I'm a normal functioning human. The only people who went to Applebee's anytime recently was when they did the unlimited wings. That was the only time. And then people found the limit and it was like 13 plates. And people would be upset about it. You said unlimited. Look, I'm sure there's a lawsuit to be had there. Also, you had 13 plates of wings. I hope that you can find some peace before you pass away. I'm telling you right now, the Applebee's wings are probably made with 95% of asbestos. The reason that new ban is coming through on using it is because of the Applebee's wings. They had to act quickly. They saw people kept going for more and they were like, no, you fools! Don't you know what you're consuming? Oh, you fool. It'd be like if Denny's did unlimited wings. Yeah, you could probably get unlimited wings. The price that you've paid now is your soul because you've had unlimited Denny's wings. That's a surefire way to die. Okay, well, now that we have damage up, I really don't think we're missing anything to make this run just one where I can turn off my brain entirely. I mean, I guess, okay, yes, our health is a little low. And that can be a little bit scary when... Take this power away from me. It's not a good idea to leave me with plan C, because I will absolutely just hit the C button. Not the C button, the space button. Which in that case would be the C button. But like, you're telling me you put a, you know, pill in tablet form in front of me? Sorry, I gotta. It's kind of crazy how prices are just kind of insane all over the place right now, you know? I know that's not the most bold claim in the world to make, but that's not the end of my claim. I decided to get some Oreos as a little treat, just the classic flavor. I know they've got, you know, a billion different flavors to choose from now. I just went for the classic ones that hit right. One of the only junk food, snack foods type things that still hits right. So many of the other ones, I don't know if they're over sugared, over corn syrup. I don't know what it is. They just don't hit right anymore, especially all like the Little Debbie cakes. Something about them tastes extra fake now. And I know it's like, oh, they probably just didn't taste that way when you were a kid. Nah, man, there was something else for sure. I mean, it was ever since they took Twinkies off the shelf, then mysteriously they were like, actually, we're able to return them now. But they just didn't taste right. They got replaced by Skinwalker Twinkies or something. I knew something was off, but I don't know what. I couldn't put my finger on it. So, you know, I got some Oreos. The huge family pack. There's like 3 rolls worth of Oreos, right? It's like $5. And we can have a debate if that's a lot or a little bit of money. But it really dawns on me how it's so easy to just like be fat. Because if that's $5, you know what else is $5? Like looking at all the vegetables and shit I'd need to cook a meal. Why would I do that when I could just eat an entire, oh, the nutrition. Yeah, obviously it's because of the nutrition. But I mean, if I was way more pressed for cash, I'd be eating way more shit. It's so insane how easy it is to just eat the worst food compared to, you know, good food. You'd think the good food would be the ones that are like, we gotta make it cheaper because no one wants to eat us anyways. You're telling me that, you know, a whole size thing of broccoli is gonna be within the same ballpark as an Oreo? Look, I like broccoli. You've got an insane pitch to go up against now. I don't know how you win it, and honestly, I'm happy that I'm not the one who has to. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sure. If this kills me, it kills me. It doesn't kill me, I'm probably gonna be checking the numbers, half heart. Oh, dude, we're so safe. Whatever. Sorry, I tried to inject a little bit of danger into the run. You injected danger by picking up Incubus, one of inarguably the best items in the game. Okay, I mean, yeah, you know what? Now that I've said it out loud and really talked and logicked it through with myself. Oh, but one of these days when I hit this button, it's not just gonna spawn enemies. All right, yeah, I guess right now. I've seen the day. It's actually not so far in the future. Dude, this run would have gone off if it was just like a normal one. Unfortunately, we're just gonna end at Mom's Foot. Well, you could always do boss rush. Yeah, but we have so many challenges to run through. And next we have Purist, which is gonna be, you know, everyone's favorite 10-hour slog. We're halfway through. I'm gonna have to try and come up with new like podcast topics to talk about, because we're really gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel on that one. It's not like I can just talk about how, wow, the run's going so well. No, it won't be. It's gonna be slogging around on the bottom floor. Tech Point 5 is a great item. That one I should have got a while ago. All right, in order, shall we? And now a Purist run. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, this is Purist number 5. Let me check all of my statistics across the board. Tabulating. We're looking good. So. Yeah, fucker. Okay, that's cool. No, that's neat. Hierophant. That's not bad. Now, this one does go all the way to Mom's heart. I know. I'm terrified too. But I think that together we'll be able to, you know, make it out. Fuck, chose the wrong one. If that was a bad trip, we would have been in a bad way. Now, this is Burning Basement before we get our Devil Deal chance. I'm saving Hierophant for the next floor, just in the off chance that that's what we need. Now, what does Purist do exactly? That's a good question. Okay, I mean, like, it's really not my choice where we're going. That's the game's just gonna put me on the path. I have the illusion of choice, but this shit's actually the Lost Woods, Ocarina of Time style, or Majora's Mask. Look, both of those games were, again, before my time. I only played Majora's Mask due to the fact that it was on my 3DS as a re-release. What did I think of Majora's Mask? I thought it was pretty good. What did I think of Ocarina of Time? Look, it's not... You don't want... Because it's so beloved by the people. And it's not fair for me to say it, right? But it's just... There's too much waiting in the game. And I understand that waiting can be an important part of your game, right? Like, a good example of this is in Souls-like games. They oftentimes use waiting with bosses, where you have to wait for certain attacks, bait them out, blah, blah, blah. I think that's okay, but that is every single enemy in Ocarina of Time. You don't get to make the aggression. You know what I mean? The game is played at the game's rate, not your own. In a lot of the Souls-like games, if you want to play more aggressive, you can truly change the entirety of how the game feels by being a more aggressive player. Obviously, Ocarina of Time is an older time, blah, 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 blah. Yes, obviously. I'm not going to, you know, say, and also the graphics weren't as good. Because, like, fucking duh. Okay? What, am I going to criticize Pong for its lack of gameplay complexity? Yes, I understand that there were different constraints at the time. I'm just saying I went back and played it with a modern lens and didn't like it that much. I'm not saying that for the time it couldn't have... How often are you going to do this, man? We don't have to. We simply don't have to do this. Okay. Good shit. We're full HP. Divorce Papers is good. Anytime I see a little heart upgrade, I'm happy. None of those would give a bomb necessarily. Damn, I really did take that 50-50 gamble wrong for where to put the Wheel of Fortune that I blew up. Here, I mean, I guess Shoop to Whoop would be nice because we're really lacking anything. We're kind of trying to mine whatever we can out of the run. The game does not want to give me anything on a silver platter, which is understandable, and I respect it for trying to, you know, make me a tougher individual by going through hardship. I do hear that hard times make the hard men or something. Hard men makes soft guys. Soft guys make me hard. Hard times means war. I think that I might be onto something there. Now, debates to be had about whether it's better to go Tinted Rock versus Chest. I'm going to say Chest, with the idea that extra consumables, very good. Maybe getting a Soul Heart, oh, that would have been good. It could have been good. I do have the Hierophant, which to me is all I really need in my life. All I need in life is 2 Soul Hearts and a pat on the back. Dude, that's got to be one of the worst places. Sorry, Twitch chat. I'm talking to YouTube right now. Maybe you guys could like give us some space, like, please. One of the worst places to be. Absolutely, gotta go to Twitter.com. It's every time I go on that website, it's just one of the worst experiences I've ever had. Never gets better. Never leave it thinking to myself, "Wow, what a productive use of my time this was." And then every time I go, all right, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time tomorrow for, you know, the Twitter account, famous moments in history, to tweet out a movie scene that isn't even a moment from history. And everybody in the comments goes, this movie was so good. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it called famous? Am I losing my mind? This is not a history moment. This is a clip from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What the fuck are we talking about? This is not, there's no history. I don't understand. And then a lot of people in the, you know, comments arguing about if the movie is good or not. First of all, obviously it is, okay? Like, I'm sorry. It's just a slice of life. So is King of the Hill. And everyone, you know, was allowed to say how King of the Hill is a great show because it's a slice of life anime. It's fine. I personally didn't like it that much, but, you know, I think it's because I watched it when I was a kid. I think if I watched it now, I'd probably appreciate a little bit more of the nuanced writing that went into it. You know, the idea that we take it. We lose a couple of hearts in the process. No, we don't lose any because of the way Guppy works, I guess. They don't count bone hearts as part of your red hearts. Makes sense, but I didn't know that. But yeah, I think that, like, had I gone back right now, you know, today, gone back and watched it, I would probably have a lot to appreciate from King of the Hill. But, like, I don't know. See, you'd think that that's not controversial, right? But if you go on Twitter and you say that you're eating mint chocolate chip ice cream, some people out there would start being like, brother, have you not had cookies and cream? What the fuck? Oh, mint chocolate chip cookies and cream wasn't good enough for you? No, man. No, it's not. It's nothing like that. With that said, I absolutely approve of that choice. I think mint chocolate chip, absolute banger of a flavor. Whoever came up with that one, brother, I hope they're having a good one in heaven right now. I hope they gave them a premium VIP seat to the end of the world or whatever they do in heaven all day. I don't really know what they're up to. Okay, I mean, just play that once for blood bag. Yeah, it's a pretty good payout, I'd say. Now, what do we have here? Car battery could break the game later. As of right now, doesn't exactly do much. Our character does look really pretty. I gotta give him some credit there. If he ran at me alone when I was alone in an alley at night, I would definitely think he had my best interest in mind. So that's very good to see. Oh, I ordered more soundproofing. I'm gonna be putting that up. Hopefully it'll make my voice still sounds a little bit echoey. So hopefully once we get that going on, it will be all good. Cause like, I would love to not sound as though I'm in a 30,000 foot, you know, emporium. I think King Baby sucks, but it does help us get towards conjoined, which could matter on this run. 2 of clubs, from 0 bombs to 2. I'm on the come up. Yo, dude, someone also on my YouTube, they subbed on a day where I hadn't posted anything. In fact, the only thing I had posted even recently was that one Persona thing that I did. That shit, I was like, I feel so honored because I'm not doing anything. How does the number increase when I'm not there? But YouTube really tries to make you feel like shit if you aren't boasting your number up 24/7, man. It's not a feeling that I think encourages people at all. Because YouTube will just, whenever you go to the back end, pop numbers at you that are like, dude, you're down 8% subscribers this month compared to last. I'm like, so? Like, who cares? They're like, yeah, people aren't liking as much, okay? You don't pay me to be here, man. What do I care? I'm gonna click go live and play The Binding of Isaac. You think that I'm out here really trying to... If I wanted to make money doing the Binding of Isaac content, you know what I do? I download mods and start clickbaiting titles. That's what every Binding of Isaac YouTuber does. You just download a mod and then say, the new change to X is insane. And then all you do is play a mod. It's not a change to X at all. And you might say, oh, who's he talking about? We know who I'm talking about. And it's okay, because obviously it's working for them, so I'm not gonna... It's an interesting idea to D100. I don't think I'm going to. But every time I see one of those videos, I'm like, it's not a new change. It's a Steam Workshop mod. It's very different, I think, from, you know, some big sweeping change. You make it sound as though this was the developer's vision for the game. Might be the least worth it chest of all time, but it could also lead us to, okay, well, I'm gonna go with that first option of being the least worth it chest of all time. It's okay. It's not gonna haunt me drastically every night and keep me up thinking of what could have been had I only... Why did I use... I just didn't feel like fighting. And that's my own sin to bear. Because now I gotta fight all these without any shooping or whooping. Do you know how hard that is for me? I'm going 10 seconds without shooping, nay, not even whooping. Bro, he's one of my favorite Pokemons. And now you're asking me not to whoop her? That's fucked up. I don't hate, some people out there are, you know, they're false shepherds in the Pokemon community. They'll say to you that Wooper is great and Quagsire is horrible. That is a false shepherd's take. I'm sorry to be the one to say it to you. Quagsire is amazing and arguably a better version of Wooper. Not only is his type match, or his type chart amazing because he has that water grass type or water ground typing, allowing him to be a very versatile pick to slot onto almost any team. But also, he looks like he doesn't know what the hell is going on. And that is, okay, I gotta stop taking damage. That's a great take me. How are you going to do that? No. You know, this is just an upgrade for us. Because now we get the big brim when we use it. It does take one more room. Water does, I will say, I'm generally someone who enjoys a flavored drink. When you wake up in the middle of the night, alone, naked, unsure what's going on in the room around you. That naked part might only apply to me, but I will act as though everybody understands precisely what I'm talking about. What do we have here? Tier detonator. Holy shit. Wait, I actually like this. But brimstone. That's probably better. When you awaken in that kind of situation, no clue what's going on around you, the brink of dehydration setting in, right then, water is perhaps the most godly invention we've ever had. I don't know who came up with it. Probably, I think it was Ford right after he made the assembly line. I didn't pay too much attention in history class, but that sounds about right to me. I think I am going to keep tier detonator. Bucket. Okay, well, that wasn't really worth it. Now, was it? Pheromones, whatever. Teleport us out here. Yeah, that's not really. Plus 5% chance for soul hearts to spawn as black hearts. Yeah, okay, sure. It's just so weird because it's not bad nor good. It's so here, you know. What did I walk into? You're gonna look. My ass clicks go live and then I have stream of consciousness for 3-4 hours. I don't know what you walked into either. It's kind of the gay bar of Isaac streams, which is to say you never know what you're gonna get until you're inside. And it could be good. And it could be good. And that's probably that. It was just a little bit. I walked into a ranting about water. I was ranting for water. Thank you. I wasn't against it. I'm very pro water. I think that it should keep existing. I'm not going to be the sole one to stop it. I will, when I become president, which I will allow water. Probably a seat on the cabinet. I'm just not sure where yet. Now, I know if my understanding of history is anything correct, I will not be letting water anywhere near a gate. That shit could be horrible for my reputation. I heard about this one guy, he let water near a gate and everyone hated him for it, so he had to like resign as president. I know I'm not repeating that mistake, that's for sure. I disagree that should have hit me, but you were standing directly on it. Yeah. I would have been personally far happier had it not hit me. If we get a little bit more damage, I think this build has the legs to do it. It's just the purest issue. You know what I mean? Where we don't get any item rooms, so we're just kind of like praying that the devil deals are paying out. And if we look at our items, they're kind of paying. It's not... I wouldn't exactly say in an amazing way. Reminder to like the stream. Holy shit. Wait, I don't even have to shill anymore. Dude, this is what it's like. Wait, this shit's amazing. Dude, now I know how Mr. Beast feels when there's 30,000 spam bots in his comments that are like, I'm not calling you a spam bot, by the way, but like for the bit, that are like, hey, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Make sure you like my comment. My favorite comments of all time. Also, did you see Mr. Beast tweeting that one thing? It was so funny. He was like, I didn't even make as many videos this year. I only made like 12, and I'm very proud of the work I put into it. Creators, let's stop trying to push for having so much consistent content and instead make content you enjoy. I agree with him, first of all, that that's a great idea. However, I will say he's in a little bit of a different position than a lot of other creators. He kind of has more money than he could ever know what to do with. I think he wakes up and like, you know, wipes his ass with $300 bills. Which is, first of all, it's based, okay? I would like that on record. I do think it's based. I think this is a personal thing, and I don't know if it's the popular take yet. He's got to change his thumbnails. I know that they work. They weird me out. It's like I'm at a wax museum. I don't like it. Something about it just puts me off. Looking at his it's not the oversaturated colors. It's his face looks like a wax, like once he gets added to the wax museum. And some people would say he's not going to. I'm not even like a dick rider of Mr. Beast. I'm just saying he's so popular, and they've got some of like John Wilkes Booth, okay? All he ever did was put a hole in one person's head. If that's enough to put you in the wax museum, fucking put me in. Put me in for what happened in the summer of '93, all right? I'm ready. I don't know if they actually have one. Do we even know what... We probably know what John Wilkes Booth looks like. Yeah, I don't like it. It really creeps me out. It does... I saw somebody who posted that they were at the wax museum. I don't know if there's only one. So I say the as though it's the only one that exists. Straight up, I want to walk in there with a blowtorch. Not because I hate the artmanship or anything like that. I just think it'd be really funny to watch them melt and almost like cathartic. Hey, Soul of Lilith, thank you for Halo for Flies. It really makes me feel some kind of way. Ahaha. Of the souls I could have unlocked, I do think that Soul of Lilith was a great unlock. The only two I believe I have are Soul of Isaac and Soul of Lilith. Soul of Isaac, I would say is I give it an A tier soul because it helps you curate items, and curating items in a roguelike, very strong. Soul of Lilith, that shit's beyond S tier, man. It's so good. It's a free item, actually, out of a random drop you get on the ground. Also, you might say, hey, this run's kind of boring because all we're doing is waiting for your tier detonator to charge up, and then you just do one big burst of damage, but then are useless for the rest of the time. All right, yeah, you caught me. Yep, it is that. But what you and many others may be failing to see is it's really pretty when I do that. Did you ever think about that? It's kind of like this cool... You using Restream? So Restream is what lets you stream to 2 at once. I think that's what smart people use. I'm using this random plugin I found. Well, I say random, hold on. It is a plugin created by, it says it over here on my OBS, by Sora Yuki. They are a solo developer who allows you to just put your stream to multiple different stream keys. So I'm essentially using Restream, but in a different way. The same goal is accomplished, more or less, kind of, in many ways. Oh, speaking of, somebody fucking found my Twitch from my YouTube, followed me a bit ago, and then unfollowed me before I went live. What did I do in the time that they found me while I was offline? Was there a controversy I didn't know about with me while I wasn't streaming? Were they like, that's it, I can no longer support this Salted Slices guy? The comments he's had about, I don't know, what have I said? I mean, I guess at the start of the stream I said I wanted to kick a baby, but that was Restream with more steps. Okay, cool. I looked it up and one YouTuber recommended it, and if it had one glowing review, how could I not use it? Also, it was like a solo dev, and I thought that was really cool because I, in theory, am a developer. In theory. I mean, look, I do a lot of development. I just sometimes wish I didn't, because today all I was doing was reading through someone else's code and trying to make it work on a new interface, and it does not work on the new interface. You wanted to kick a what? Okay, I didn't actually want to kick a baby. Let me clarify. It's bad when you remove the context like that. But Salted Slices, you were the one who removed the context. So anyways, what I was saying is that, like, I need to be a little bit more controversial so I can have clips that, like, get people talking. And so I was saying that I should just start by saying, like, I want to kick a baby. Because then people start talking. That's how you do it. Controversy sells. Do you think people were proud of whichever Paul brother it was that is about to beat up Mike Tyson? Maybe they'll lose. Honestly, I think they put themselves into a lose-lose situation, right? Because if you beat up Mike Tyson, congrats, you beat up like a very old man who you pulled out of retirement. If you lose to Mike Tyson, congratulations, you pulled someone out of retirement to lose. Like, I don't think it's a really lose-lose situation, I think. And also, I'm not going to be watching the fight. Oh, fuck. I didn't see the goodbye message. Enjoy hopping away to your abyssal void and such not. See, here on the Salted Slices channel, we are actually very supportive of fourth dimensional beings. I saw a video that was talking about how the fourth dimension is technically reflected through a mirror. I don't know if that's true. What I will say is the fourth dimension me parts his hair the opposite way, and I don't know if I fuck with that. I think he's got to change that for sure. Definitely keep the part the way that I have it, man. Whatever that fourth dimension me is on, I don't think he was thinking it through. Because it just does not look right. Oh, hey. A free soul heart. Egads. I do have someone watching out for me. Dude, this run's gonna be a slog if I don't get any damage upgrades. It's kind of already one, but you know. Ooh, okay. Hold on. We're on to something now, because now we can re-roll our Devil Deal items and choose to get actual items that matter. They can't stop us forever. I mean, they actually can. Expressly, they can stop us forever. But I would appreciate if they couldn't stop us forever. That would make me feel really good about the situation in which I am in. About the vibes as they were. I don't know if anybody... Dude, sorry, this is going back to that wax museum point. I promise I have other talking points, but like it's really been on my mind because one of the wax museum things that they have set up, it blinks, and I don't think that that's right. I think they should change that. It just scares me. And I know that that's, you know, a personal skill issue and it shouldn't scare me. I'm a grown adult, according to the law. And I mean, I suppose myself, but only in situations where it's beneficial to be an adult. Now, I guess, but I'm not like a real adult, right? Because I've never gotten, you know, shit-faced at a bar for no reason. And you would say that's not what makes someone an adult. I'd agree. However, college wouldn't. Because that's when people go off to college and they go, I'm an adult now. Time to get shit-faced at a bar, which is a really cool thing to do, I guess. In fact, I'm not trying to be a prude. I don't even like alcohol that much, but let me explain, okay? Before you go, wow, look at him. He probably thinks he's so cool. I just don't, the only alcohol I like is so fruity that it doesn't taste like alcohol. So I think that it's fair to say I don't like alcohol because I need it to be masked with enough sugar and fruit juices that I can mistake it for me. Replace treasure rooms? Okay, well, you know. A really cute idea that they had there. So I think it's very fair for me to say that I just don't like alcohol at all, because the only way I will consume it is if it has enough sugar to like kill an elephant, you know, or at least incapacitate. I don't know about kill, but incapacitate for sure. Kind of got that yeah, we'll go into the curse room now. I think we've got enough that I can justify it. Kind of got that fast food sweet tea vibe to it, you know what I mean? Where you drink it and it's like, holy shit, this is 95% sugar. And they're like, yeah. And the other 5%, you don't want to know what it is. The other 5% is our mystery ingredients. It's kind of when I go to a place that lets me choose if I want sweet tea or unsweetened tea, like they have both of them next to each other. I feel like the tech you gotta go for if you value your heart is take half unsweet tea and half sweet tea, and maybe even adjust that ratio to a quarter sweet tea and 3/4 unsweetened tea. But either way, I think there needs to be a little bit of sweetener in there, because otherwise it just tastes like a really bad black tea. But the amount that they do is simply insane. This is about to be a fucking fight, by the way. Get ready for a trudge. I've got to play this one safe as hell. Because look at the damage we're dealing. Look at my lawyer dog. Yeah. Ooh, it's not going well, huh? I know I have bombs. I got to think carefully about using them. Because I got to make sure that they hit. Fucker. Okay, okay. Hold on. Just start setting up thusly so that if I can bait out a stomp, Let's go. That's gonna be big damage. Yeah, yeah. If I can bait out like a hand grab. Fuck me. Wrong one. That's something though. It does stop it existing. Big. Oh, so big. Large. Massive even. Okay. Stopper would be a good one to dice shard. If we get ahead of Krampus, we got a dice shard in here. Now we do have to be careful because they gave him the ability to, you know, mathematic differently. He knows how to do X's now. Much like a very famous song, he knows the X's and the O-O-O's. You know what I mean? They kind of be haunting him like a go-O-Ost. See, now that I don't think was fair, but it was my own bomb that made it unfair. So now that I've said that out loud, I think it's probably pretty fair, all things considered. That's fine. Oh my god, I missed my big bonanza slamza, dude. That's my specialty move. Head of Krampus, huh? Well, let's destroy all of these. Hold on. Once I figure out how to navigate with a chain to me. Ace of Hearts just does not help. Wow. Okay. See this? The pendulum effect. Don't ever say I didn't take AP Physics. I mean, you'd be... By the way, you would be correct if you thought I didn't take AP Physics. I did not. Sister Maggie. All right. The run continues. With great hope for the future. I'm lying. See, like, if I shoot it right, it can be very strong. I wonder if Sister Maggie's tears count. Was one of those lucky? No, but I might as well still take both of them. And in terms of the consumables, Sister Maggie's tears do count. So, it's actually not the worst upgrade we've had. Is it good? Hey, listen here, buddy. I didn't say a damn word about it being good. I said it's not the worst, which is adjacent at best. Okay, I'm going to tell a bit of a sad story, if that's okay. But it's a bit sad. With hindsight on my side, it is very funny, albeit a smidge traumatic, but that's okay. So, as you know, I've been out for a bit. As you may well know, I've been out for a bit just due to the one issue that was befalling my chinchilla that had ultimately ended with me no longer having her. That's the short of it. We're not going to dwell on it too much. That's not the part that matters. Well, I guess it is somewhat. So after that happened, I just decided to go to Raising Cane's to get some fast food because there was no shot I was going to go home and like cook something that night. Right? Like, let's be honest. I had just lost my pet. There's no way I'm going home to cook food. So I went to Raising Cane's thinking, all right, I'll just get the like Caniac combo, double bread, no coleslaw, be on my way. And I'm walking in feeling depressed as hell after what just happened. And they're blaring over the speakers, celebrate good times, man. I'm over here actually in my feels so hard being like, this might be one of the worst days of my life, one of the single solitary worst days of my life. I'll just go get fast food to drown away the pain. And I'm walking into celebrate good times, come on. It was not, I was not celebrating at all. Thank you. I am a rat, however, mainly because now I'm legally distinct and there's no famous rats currently aside from Mr. Atui. But if you call him that, first of all, his name's Remy, use his real name. Second of all, if you call him Ratatouille, that proves my point. He's not famous. Nobody knows him then. Okay, a bit of a slog. However, looking at our HP, the odds that I throw this are in the single digits, I'd say. Never impossible. I don't like to count myself out. I'm kind of able to do like the miracle on ice, but only in a way where it hurts me. Well, that one was a little bit unlucky. Okay. Be smart. Be smart. Remember your training. just dodge like a human. Yeah, let's check what we could have got. All right, still nothing. Love to see it, man. We've got Burkano now. I don't know if that was worth what we have slogged through, but sure. Hey, whatever boats your float and other funny expressions we can say. Now, which one's next? I remember Speed. From what I remember about Speed, it is a real bastards challenge. Truly one that is the fuckers challenge. Nobody ever had anything nice to say about this challenge from what I remember. So we'll start with this one because we just did a slow run. I'm down to keep it slow. Now, I am going to... Boo! He's looking up external information in order to form an opinion. I know. Challenge Isaac. I'm just trying to see if there's item rooms. Available rooms. Yes, there's a shop and an item room. Okay, well. So, here we go. The hunt begins. The hunt is on. I know that there's a chance I could have just found that information for myself. So what I remember about this challenge is every room spawns to, or every floor spawns to the maximum size that floor is allocated. As in, this is an XL womb size floor, I think. I don't know. All I know is, like, if there's an XL womb, crawl over and make some space for me, baby. that's not what I meant. What I meant was, obviously, we're going to win this challenge. Wow, those two sound nothing alike. Yeah, I couldn't really recover. Yo, I've got a question that I'm pretty sure I know the answer to. But, like, it'd be fun because I've been playing a lot of the card game, right? Do you think there'd be any interest for me playing the One Piece card game on stream? You can say no, but know that if you say no, it fuels me further to want to. You might say, how do you play it on stream? There's an external app that I think his name is Batsu. I think it's Batsu. I can't remember. He is a solo developer, from what I remember, who has made an entire online interface for the app because for the game because he's just such a fan of the game itself. Now, you might say, what's the fun in just watching someone play only meta decks? Don't worry. If I was going to stream it, I'd create a wheel of every leader that's in the game and we'd spin it. We'd build decks around it, make it as meta as we can with whatever leader we're given. Now, if we get someone like, Blue Black Sakazuki, whoa, how's he gonna make that one meta? It tops every single event. Okay, that'd be, yeah, I guess maybe we could take out the top ones, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, I don't know. I've just been really on a kick and enjoying the game. However, I'm also on an anti-kick of not enjoying the game, so it's a little bit of a back and forth. What do I enjoy about the game? Well, the sets are releasing very fun characters, very fun cards, very fun art, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff's great. The only issue I have is there's like one color. It's a festering giant. It's a giant issue in the corner that we just keep trying to sweep under the rug, and it keeps coming back. And anybody who plays the game knows what that color is. It's zero fun to play against, and I don't know what they're gonna do to balance or change that. But like, whatever. That's why half the people just abuse that color, because if you can't beat them and whatnot. I have a feeling we are going to get a heart from this. You might say, why? What makes you feel that? A woman's intuition. All right, well, I suppose that's why I was born male. As it turns out, I've lost that intuition. I know, but technically in the womb, you started out as a female. I know how biology works, okay? I know that everybody starts female and then some of us change because, we weren't strong enough to hold that form. That's good. Size down, tears up. Heads down, 7 up. I mean, that shit's pretty clean. I definitely foresee this going well. Ooh, and a little soul heart gift? I mean, look, I understand when you come over to somebody's house for the first time, it's customary to bring a nice gift for them. That was probably true in like the 1800s. That's not true now. Or at least not in the United States of America. I'm sure there's some other cultures where people like care about each other. And so, you know, you meet someone and it's the actual polite thing to do. Oh, here, it's some nice herbal tea that I've prepared for you. It's my favorite blend. Wow, I can't wait to try this. You know, a nice little gift. Here in the United States, you're lucky if somebody you invite over for the first time doesn't leave with some of your items. I'm starting to think, well, two things. One, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. But two, I'm beginning to believe that I'm a rap guy. No, that there are no item rooms in this challenge. I know that I looked it up and they said, yes, there are. Don't worry. But with my current speed also, it kind of makes, you know, it's a smidge of a slog. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. I'm not zooming through Speed Racer style. If I were, then I'd have that one funny dub that everybody references from Speed Racer. I don't know what it is. That's like 95% of cartoons when I was a kid that would reference anime. It would just be a Speed Racer style parody. Was that the only anime that old people had growing up? Was it Speed Racer or nothing? Like, you could have at least referenced Dragon Ball, I'm sure. That, rest in peace, Toriyama. That had to have been around for a while. Because there's no shot at what I also, tomorrow, we get the Dragon Ball Sparking gameplay reveal. I mean, look, I try to act normal. Act as though, you know, anime, it's just other media that I consume. That's for the most part true. Any kind of anime game, though, especially if it's based off of a show that I enjoy at least somewhat, oh man, I'm about to gas it up like there's no tomorrow. You're so lucky. All of you are so lucky that I hadn't seen Jujutsu Kaisen when Cursed Clash came out, because I might have been the only defender of the game. Booted it up, looked at that DVD menu, stares at you and gone, yeah. Oh yeah, they cooked with this one. Oh, I can already tell. It's an homage to how old school DVDs played, because, you know, that was probably a very intentional choice. But, oh, hey, there are item rooms. Wow, all that for Halo of Flies. Haha. Anyways, guys, I think that this will be my last stream. No, but, oh, baby. Now we're cooking. Now the rest of the run's looking way cleaner. All I need is some health. And we'll be good. But yeah, so Dragon Ball IP I very much like. Played a fuck ton of fighters. Who was your main? So my main was just kind of as follows, right? Krillin and then anybody else. If I had Krillin on the team, I knew I was in for a good game. When I saw the bald boy genius there, I knew that he had my back and would never falter for but a moment. Oh, so I played a ton of fighters. I do have the issue with fighting games that they do demand more time from me than I generally put into them. I did play a lot of it. I just never got good, you know? I got decent. I'd say if you put me up against the average fighters player, I can hold my own, especially if I have Krillin and Bardock, because Bardock was my sleeper second main. Just not even because he's strong in the game. He's just such a cool character, man. That's Goku's papa, okay? You'd think that he'd be goated if not for his dad? I doubt it. I mean, obviously, well, we can get into the semantics of the fact that Grandpa Gohan was more like... But look, let's not go down that route, because then we have to discuss Dragon Ball lore for the next 10 hours. And I wrote a whole essay on Dragon Ball in high school, so I'd really have to go back and find that one. You might say, why would you have written an entire Dragon Ball essay? Like, what kind of nerd were you? It actually wasn't for the reason that I was a nerd. There was a whole story associated with it. I had one of those teachers. Is this Purist? No, we just did Purist. I'm doing XXXXXXL right now. So it's just kind of a slow run, but a pretty healthy run. Purist didn't go horribly, but it was a slog for sure. Luckily, I had Tier Detonator plus Car Battery, which allowed me to at least have some decent room clear, but it wasn't amazing at all. I would definitely have not described it as a strong run. And all that was just for Burkano, dude. Fuck that. But so I had one of those teachers in high school who was like, once you get to college, they're not gonna let this kind of stuff go. They're not gonna let this fly. Once you're in college, you know, they're gonna grade based off a rubric, and if you don't follow the rubric, then you're gonna be in big trouble, blah, 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 right? So it was one of those teachers, and he was such a Poindexter about it, man. Me and this guy, oh, we butted heads. We did not get along. Now, of course, it was not a fair butting of heads because he was the teacher, and I was but a student. So my word held very little power compared to his. However, he would say how, like, oh, in college, they're only going to grade you based off rubric. You can't be doing all the stuff you're doing in high school, blah, 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 blah. He handed out an assignment for an essay. And the whole point of the essay was you had to pick, you know, something during France's revolution period and all that kind of stuff and write a 3-page paper on it, blah, 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 blah. Pretty standard assignment stuff. 3-page, 12-point, Times New Roman font, 1.5 times spaced, all that kind of stuff, right? So what I did is I wanted to prove that not even he grades by rubric. So my proof was I read over the rubric and I got it on my lawyer mode, you know what I mean? Read everything, and I noticed up top, for having relevant and accurate information, there was 1 point out of I think the scale was like 15 points that you'd get for the assignment. And so I looked at it and I went, wait, so if it's only 1 point, doesn't that mean I can write about anything, regardless of if it's, because a relevant title was 1 point. Relevant to the assignments for a title was 1 point. So I was like, well, what if I just gave it a relevant title? And then everything I wrote was a plot synopsis of Dragon Ball Z hit TV anime. What if I did that? And so I did that. Because technically, according to his rubric and the sources that I had referenced and all that kind of stuff, I was sitting at a 92% for the paper, assuming everything else was done perfectly, and I made sure it was. That was one of the only times I buckled down, and I was like, all right, fucker, you're going down. And I turned it in, and so he tried to talk to me after class. He was like, you can't do this. I'm going to have to fail you, give you 0 points for this assignment. And I tried to make my case how he would, you know, say, oh, but you said we only grade off of rubric in this class. So I was simply doing as you had requested and, you know, following the rubric to a T aside from 1 point, which I was willing to say that you are allowed to knock me that 1 point. Absolutely. The rest, though, I deserve. And he said, I don't want to hear it, blah, blah. So it became this whole thing. Anyways, ultimately, I did end up getting my A on the paper. And also for the rest of the year, he didn't give us any essays. And I think it's because he realized that I was just going to keep submitting that same exact Dragon Ball essay. Because technically, there was also nothing that said I couldn't do that, according to his own rubric. You might say, by the way, why aren't you going for the boss room? I wanted to find the other item room. The more I walk, the less that I think this was the optimal choice. But you know what? We had a nice little talk, you and I. I feel like I was going off on him for that one, definitely. It was one of the rare times. Now here's the thing though, the only reason the back and forth even happened and the way it happened is because my dad backed me up. And you might say, oh, how nice of him. No, the reason my dad backed me up is because the teacher wouldn't listen to me. Like, he wouldn't allow me to argue my case. I'd say, wait, but hold on, hear me out. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna hear you out, you get to fail. And I'm like, what are you talking? We have to have a dialogue about this because by the rules and regulations you have set forth in this classroom. Anyways, then he hated me for the rest of the year, which fair enough, because I hated him from the start of the year. So ultimately, you know, neither of us were really in each other's good graces, so I'm not gonna say I burned that bridge. But then, well, this one might give away where I went. It probably happens in so many high schools across the United States of America. Then a couple years after I graduated, they fired him for having sex with one of the students. So I would like to say, I was in the right. Now that we have this awesome context after the fact that I was even more correct, I'm just saying, I know how to read people. I hated him from moment one for purely petty reasons, and then I was given a legitimate reason. After the fact, I was like, oh, I'm so vindicated right now. The fact, yeah, I mean, I think it's Not saying that, you know, this makes it okay. I think it's just that a lot of, specifically, and I don't know if this is a bit of a stereotype. I don't remember where it is, so I'm gonna just go here. Maybe it's just like, and maybe we should study it. Maybe there is a study that's been done on it. I think it's a lot of male teachers who go back to high school as a teacher want to go there for one of two reasons. Either they peaked in high school or they didn't peak in high school. And you might be like, those two are exact opposites. Yeah, that's the point. Either they weren't popular in high school and this is kind of their way of going back to relive that, or they absolutely peaked in high school and they want to keep reliving those moments. I mean, I guess there's also, you know, the third very rare one, and these are the teachers you remember forever, which is they're very passionate about the subject and want to help people learn. That's the very rare final one. But if you ever get a teacher like that, it's a peak class no matter what it is they're teaching, man. Because when someone's passionate about what they're talking about, all of a sudden something in the human brain just activates in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, keep talking, man. Talk your shit. What did Pythagoras do? Teach me that. I want to, quad what equation? Quadratic? Oh man, all right, I'm down. Yeah, it's crazy because you'll always, I guarantee you'll just like be able to think back about some of the lessons in class, and even if you don't remember what it was precisely that they taught, like what they said in the class, you remember their enthusiasm and their like willingness to help and all that kind of stuff, and it just leaves a lasting impression. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes. And then you'll get a math teacher who's like, just use this equation. Haha. I'm writing it up on the board one time now. If you miss it, fucking good luck, buddy. I wouldn't have missed it if I were you. That was what my stats teacher was like, dude. Stats was one of the only classes I almost failed. That and Spanish 3. But the Spanish 3 one is, it's weird. It's a weird gray area. Because my teacher was actually from Mexico, right? And she was very happy and passionate to teach about more so the culture than the language, which made it a really sick class because it was almost like I had a cool anthropology class going on there. The issue is when you get into, you know, dissecting more of the culture than the language, all of a sudden when it's time for a vocab quiz, we hadn't used any of the vocab because we had just been talking about the country itself. And so I had no clue what any of it was. But that one was also on me. I was stubborn in school. I didn't really study outside of classes ever, which is why chemistry was a tough one for me. There's so much memorization in chemistry, which we can debate, you know, how people feel about that. I think it's fine. I think chemistry is really cool when you do labs and then really boring when you do anything that's not labs. Hey, little Gertie, I'd love to get you, but you've chosen to block me on all socials and ghost me when I called you, so it's cool. Just know it's a dull pain. A dull pain that I can't get rid of. I mean, there are hundreds of us. A lot of people. I think it's a very universal U.S. school experience. My school was apparently in like, I believe it was top 200 schools across the United States for high school, which is crazy to me because that had to be before I showed up. Like they must have done a whole staff swap right before I showed up, man. Because there's no way that's a top 200 school that I went to. Especially when you see where most of like the alumni that I graduated with went for college. And then there's also me, web developer who is self-taught. On the bright side though, I do have a pretty sick job and I really like what I do. When I have freedom to do what I want to do. And when I don't, look, it's fine. But when it's just like looking over someone else's code like it was today, it's so mind numbing. Because everybody, if you don't do code, so have you ever looked at somebody else's notes and the way they take notes and their handwriting, everything about it's just slightly off from how you write, how you take notes, how, you know, your brain works. That's kind of what it's like when you read someone else's code, because everybody who codes uses their own, I like to call it handwriting. It's their own syntax. Their own way of, oh, well, this is how this class should be defined, obviously, because that just makes sense in my brain. Oh, well, this is how this class should be defined because that makes sense in my brain. It's a lot of that going back and forth, and it's mind-numbing to read through. Our damage is zooted now. Dare I even say it is off the perk? Dare I even say it's with the sauce, the way it is goated? I love when old people try to use slang, man. It's one of my favorite things. It sounds so unnatural coming out of their mouth. It's definitely like a word that was government planted, psyoped into their brain. They never would have thought of it normally. It is insanely possible that we are damaging all out the wazoo. I would say that that's very possible. It's also insanely likely that dude, this G-dang toilet may be skimmed. I don't mean to alarm anybody. I don't mean to alarm you, but have you noticed that teardrop charm? It's not helpful right now. Oh, were you waiting for the butt? Yeah, no, it's just not. Might it be helpful in the future? I'd wager that. I'd wager it could be helpful in the future. Do I think it will be? Dude, we're on Caves 1 and it's 18 minutes in. Honest to God, if anybody has a time machine right now, you want to hop in your DeLorean, go... I think it's 88 miles per hour. I haven't seen Back to the Future. It's a classic. How have you not seen it? Why? There's a lot of classics I haven't seen. Like Two Girls, One Cup. I'm behind on that one. Haven't seen that either. And that's apparently a classic. Everybody knows it. And then they go, it's so gross. How have you not seen it? I don't know. I've been told my whole life is gross and scarring. It's like Boku no Pico in that Boku no Pico in that way. All right. There's no shot that I'm gonna watch it when everybody, whoever has described it, goes, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Have you seen this yet? What is it with the human mind that's like this? It was my friend. We one time went out for food, and he got this like horseradish ranch that they had, and he tried it, and he was like, "This is unironically the worst tasting condiment I've ever had. Salted slices, you have to try it." Don't learn how to sell something better. That's not good marketing. That's the worst marketing you could ever have for the item. Oh, it's so atrocious you think you're gonna throw up? Boy, yeah, no, pass some over here, man. For sure, I gotta try that now. I was actually having a good day and enjoying my food, so I think it's a great idea that you're suggesting this. Just move on. I can't. Something in my mind, it calls and beckons me back to find other items. Oh, I should have said Rizzlers. Dude, me rizzing that gyat. Did you see? There's a documentary, I believe it is on HBO, about the dark side of Nickelodeon, like the company that made the kids shows and all that. Well, yeah, they actually did make all that. And that's a good call, me. No, but one of the people they have do an interview is Drake Bell, and like, I'm not saying that his story is invalid. That'd be an insane thing for me to say. I don't know what his story is, right? I was caught off guard that they were like, we're gonna get his story. Because the last I saw from him was his court case for child endangerment where he lost, and the court was like, yeah, no, you endangered this child for sure, and you should not have been anywhere near them. And he was like, all right, yeah, fair enough. What like, I'm not, it's just not the best, source to hear. Obviously I believe that most of what is going to be said in the documentary is true, if not all. It did just cut. Yeah, I think it's the first 3 episodes are out right now. I do think that one thing that has made a lot of people reflect on is one show that was absolutely goated, and I completely agree. This was a must watch every time it came on, even though it was definitely a show where the budget was a bit smaller than the other shows, but it's Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Absolutely goated show. I won't lie though, when I watched it as a kid, I only watched it for the scenes with the janitor. Because like, he was the funniest character by far. I don't know, it's the same actor who does the voice of Cosmo. He's just such a funny and charismatic guy that he made the whole show for me. In fact, there was this one clip from it that was going viral, like a little piece of dialogue that was, here's how you can tell Dan Schneider wasn't involved in the show. It's so funny because it's one of the main characters being like, don't you think Mose is hot? of course, Mose being, you know, one of the female protagonists who was also underage at the time of recording the show. And the janitor just goes, I'm a 40-year-old man. I cannot answer that. I'm like, see, that's goated writing, because that's, to a kid, it's funny because it's like, haha, yeah, he's asking an adult about that. And when you look back on the joke, it's still funny because, yeah, obviously, there's even more implications that you don't understand as a kid as to why he wouldn't be allowed to answer that. I'd imagine, I mean, if you're talking about Nickelodeon and it's, you know, questionable production, how long can you go before you acknowledge the Dan Schneider, you know, footprint? Emphasis on the foot part in the room. In fact, I don't know how much, like, by the balls Dan Schneider must have had Nickelodeon. They changed their, you remember when their logo was a foot for a while? What were they, like, what was the plan there? It's a crazy idea. And also, nobody questioned it for so long. People were like, haha, yeah, feet are funny. Guys, I don't think he was doing it as a joke. Now that I think about it, I don't think any part of that was humorous to him. I think an episode would end and he'd be like, yes, finally, we get to see the little logo in between channels now. It does fuck me up that the ex-owner of the Washington Commanders / Washington football team / redacted football name was also named Dan Schneider. I really thought they were the same person. And I gotta feel for the owner of the Commanders. I know that he's richer beyond my wildest imaginations and has no need for my sympathy. It's just not a good person to get mixed up with, you know? It's like if you were named after, I don't know, a certain dictator / you know, tyrannical ruler within the 1940s who had done, you know, some very heinous actions in the name of betterment for his country. If you were named the same as him, that sucks, man. Regardless of how successful you are, that shit's gotta be a blow to, like, every time you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm gonna introduce myself and they're gonna know. They're gonna know, man. Or if your name's like Ronald Reagan now and you're like, dude, it's no relation, I promise, man. I didn't choose to be born this way. My parents were just big fans. They loved the work he did. I mean, what stops people from just having insane names? You know what I mean? Legally nothing, right? If I wanted to tomorrow, I could become Harry Houdini for my next trick. Okay, yeah, really good job, Delta's License, walking on that. Definitely earned you a couple of fans. I think that they're really proud of the work that you just put in there by directly stepping on the spikes and then not even picking up the coins that you dropped from it. Why didn't you pick up the coins, Delta's License? Well, at this point, I'm so far away. Also, look at my coins. Truly think I need them. Why didn't you pick up that bomb that you were a foot away from? We don't have to scrutinize everything I do. If we put it all under a microscope, yeah, everything's gonna look like a big deal. But we're not here making mountains out of molehills. I'm trying to make molehills into mountains. Put that one in your blunt and smoke it. Amen. No, seriously, I don't think that means anything. Okay, yeah, no. I mean, you called me. I was just kind of yammering. Call me that one electric dog Pokemon the way I'm yampering. Yeah, that's right. I know Sword and Shield. That's right, buddy. Dude, the Kids' Choice Awards used to be sick. Except for that one, like, do you guys remember? I think it was Katy Perry they had presenting. I don't know if someone backstage hated her or something. They definitely had the slime way too pressurized. It was insane. Like, it was blowing her down to kill, dude. I don't know what was going on there. It was a personal vendetta for sure. And I'm not talking from Making Fiends. That's right, I got more Nickelodeon tie-in jokes. That's right, I remember Making Fiends. It was my favorite little show that they put on in between bumpers when Invader Zim was on, especially because it kind of had like an Invader Zim vibe in terms of fun, creepy kind of characters and a striking art style that stood out. But it was not like Invader Zim in the sense that it didn't make me afraid. Because when I was a kid, Zim scared me. I thought he would kill me. And you know what? I think he would have had I ran into him. It's also, you know, it's really sad that he got that one. The, you know, the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Kids' Choice Awards. Because You know that they knew what was going on behind the scenes. They weren't oblivious to it. They're them. They're well aware. Apparently it was the worst kept secret at the company. Just everybody knew it was happening, and they're like, I don't know, just still give it to him. What are we gonna do? Not give it to him? He made Victorious, man. Did you see? I mean, I doubt it, right? You'd have to be on a very niche part of TikTok. It didn't even have that many people, you know, who were interacting with it. In fact, I don't even know why I was on it. What was the last time I interacted with anything Victorious related? But they had, I believe her name is Elizabeth Gillies, Gillies, the actor for Jade, actress, I guess. I fucking hate the English language. We'll get back to that point in a second. Let me just say, I despise how we randomly have gendered words, and then we also randomly do not have gendered words. Like, what were we thinking with actor, actress? Did we just want to confuse people for fun? Did it just seem like a cool idea? It's not a cool idea. It's stupid. It's just a dumb idea, and we shouldn't have done it. But, like, whatever. It does cast doubt onto Optimus Prime's good name, but there was a clip where they were talking about how they were, first of all, how they don't really know too much about TikTok. Some people in the comments were like, how do you not know about TikTok in this day and age? I don't think you guys understood what she meant. First of all, I believe that what she was saying is like, she doesn't really use it. I'm sure she knows that it's a social media where people post videos. I think that in her head, she's just like, what's the point of it? We already have like YouTube or Twitter, or maybe she even thinks we have Vine. And that would be an insane thing to keep thinking that we have. It's time to wake up, but I don't think that that was it. Dude, how many times in a row are they gonna make me fight greed? I just want to spend money. That's me in real life walking into Walmart. Quit it and let me spend. Let me feel like a king. But yeah, they're talking about how sometimes people walk up to them in public and they're like, hey, is it cool if we film you for a TikTok? I would lose my mind if people did that to me when I was in public. If I just wanted to eat at Shake Shack and drown out my sorrows in life, and somebody walked up and was like, oh my God, we have to film a TikTok together, I think on the spot, I'm popping a side. I'm sorry. It's the only thing I can do at that point. I've made my bed. Now it's time for me to lie, as it were. So, wait, hold on. I mean, I guess so. Because I guess if Optimus Prime shows up to your award show, it's in your best interest to give him an award, no matter what that award is. If you have to give him, like, if they didn't have lifetime achievement prepared for him, they had to be like the best Transformer who showed up to the 2024 Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. Because otherwise, I'm sorry, Optimus Prime, like, he's that one picture of a weeb holding a katana that says the devil shudders when a good guy loses his temper. When a nice guy loses his temper, sorry. If you don't give him any kind of award there, sorry, he's taking down the whole building. And he's legally within his rights too. Everybody would forgive him too. Ooh. Good timing, me. So we only need to kill Heart, meaning this should just give an item. If it doesn't, whatever, we just go negative and we still get a damage upgrade. I can't lose. The game's rigged, so I must win. Tears and shot speed? Okay, well, I guess, you know, they found a way to make me feel as though I've lost. That's unlucky. Does Optimus Prime have the same oath that Batman does? Where Batman says he won't kill? Is Optimus Prime, like, in lore, allowed to murder? I mean, I know in lore, some of the Transformers can turn it into guns, which is sick as hell. You're telling me one of you can turn into a semi and the other one a fully automatic weapon of destruction? Sorry, I'm not taking the semi truck with me. The one who turns into a gun the size of a building, I'm taking, that's my firing squad right there. Okay. Fuckers. He hit a kid one time? I bet it did. If you think it was bad when he hit a kid, you should have seen what he did to the second tower. That shit was heinous. I tried to get him to stop, man. But he was just like, no, I've fought for this country for so long, I deserve it. And I was like, okay, please, please just leave the Pentagon alone. And then he did it. Am I insinuating that Optimus Prime may have staged one of the biggest terrorist attacks in that was Megatron? I'm thinking it was Starscream. All I know is one of them turns into a jet, and I'm pretty sure it's Starscream. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, he actually does know Transformers. I had a DS game that was about Transformers. It's where all of my knowledge comes from. It had Bumblebee, Starscream, obviously Megatron and Optimus Prime. I don't think you can legally make a game without them. All right, well, my knowledge has unfortunately capped out. And I only remember Starscream because he was the one I'd play whenever there was the plane levels, where they would do levels where you had to fly around, and Starscream was like the only one who could do it. But then I learned, you know, come to find out in later years that people don't like Starscream. They think he's annoying. So, you know, fucking here I am going like, oh, Starscream's my favorite. He can fly and he's really cool. And then everyone goes, I hate Starscream. He has an annoying voice and his jokes aren't funny. First of all, leave his jokes out of it. That's fucked up. He doesn't have to catch that stray. He's trying his hardest to make people laugh in these desperate times that he's within. Second of all, okay, fair enough about the voice thing. He hates Bumblebee. Why? Isn't that like hating vanilla ice cream? Like, I can understand not liking, but hating is so strong. I don't think Bumblebee's ever done anything. I think he's just kind of like Optimus Prime's friend who's always there to go out for burgers with him or something. Again, I haven't really seen too much of, or, you know, consumed too much Transformers. Give me Godhead. Yeah, sure, man. That's Godhead for sure. Fuck you. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't hurt. Oh, we could have spawned a treasure room on the... Well, look, we've had enough of this run. I'm ready to move on with my life, you know. Reclaim who I once was. Would have loved to get some more of this. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me see why. Nothing more than a joke character with his weird radio voice and stuff. Yeah, but he's like the Tails. He's like the Tails to Optimus Prime's. He is a huge Starscream fan. Never mind. All right, I'm absolved. He's cool in my book. Starscream lovers have no enemies as far as I'm concerned. I mean, except for apparently him and, you know, Bumblebee. But that I'm assuming. Also, okay, non sequitur, but I'm bringing it up because I brought up Tails. Yo, Sonic is a horrible friend, right? Like, what is wrong with Sonic for that nickname? His friend has been mocked his entire life for being a genetic disformity of a fox who has two tails rather than one. This motherfucker goes, don't worry, man. I got the perfect nickname for you. We'll all call you Tails. You know, because you have two of them, you genetic freak. Hey, leave him alone, man. Don't you think maybe he's gone through enough trauma because of that? I don't think we gotta... What are you gonna run into somebody who has one arm and be like, oh, sorry, we gotta call you One Armo, the lack of arm. Hey, don't do that. Maybe, you know, let's look at his personality. Why don't we call him Genius? Because he's so smart and comes up with all of these cool inventions that you use. Nope, still sticking with Tails? All right, well, you know, my fault. Honestly, if we have an Emperor, I'm ready to send it. I do, look, I think that I would probably be very down to lock this hypothetical murderer up. However, once you bring up that he likes Starscream a lot, it does cast doubt on me thinking that maybe he wasn't there. Maybe he was just like a lookalike. Like, I wasn't there. I can't be certain, you know? I can't trust this eyewitness account. Sir, it was a camera. It's probably a deep fake, or they probably did something. They probably did something else. On to speed. There's one thing we love on the Salted Slices channel. It's doing speed live on stream. So, this one we are timed. Ooh, bait and switch, huh? I'm sorry. This item's simply not... look, it's not going to be what we need, okay? That should have telefragged the other one, but that's okay. Look, I'll allow it. Good shit. It might be what we need because it helps us go through the early levels. You know what? I agree with this now. I'm a genius for that one. Holy shit, put me in the Hall of Fame. World's gonna know your name and whatnot. All right, a little bit intense in terms of speed. Oh, fuck me. Whew. I think that if it went faster, that would be fine. Okay. Cellar is already not very good. Big city, yeah. It's definitely not ideal. Oh, baby. But that one made me feel something, which is rare in this. Nobody laugh. Holy water's good. Nobody laugh. Holy water is a good item. Fuck you. It's so good. You just don't know how to use it. Troglodytes like you will, you know, yeah, you see that shit? That's a holy water kill right there. Unironically goated. Somewhat ironically, okay, it's not that good, but like, what do you want me to say? I do have iframes upon teleporting. Okay, all right, put myself in harm's way there for sure. I definitely did not take any kind of Hippocratic oath. Okay, big explosion. Damn, asshole. Is stopwatch unlocked yet? It is. Why do I... Hold on. Calm down, salted slices. Just because the challenge is about going fast doesn't mean you have to let your heart rate spike and talk as though you must go fast. What we have that they don't is intelligence. Dude, okay. We've got enough money to keep looking for stopwatch now. Good shit. Shouldn't have done that the way that I did. Oh, well. What are they gonna do? Sue me? Dear Lord. The lawyers are here. I hate to break it to me. Good dodge. He doesn't know what happened. Appears behind him. Nothing personnel, kiddo. Not having any damage upgrades. How does that make me feel? It's a lukewarm feeling. Definitely a melancholy one at best. Now, the nice thing about doing speed runs is that, okay, at worst, we lose 16 minutes of our life. And honestly, I've wasted more time than that watching a video that I wish I hadn't. What video? I don't know, but let's be honest, with how many YouTube videos I've watched over the year, I'm sure there's one there I was like, it just wasn't that good. And I probably watched too much. I fucking bought a key on accident, dude. It's okay. That one dream fan. It's okay. The video is so funny. I don't know if it was... There's no shot it was satire, right? Some people said that she was being satirical. I don't think she was. How would she know that somebody was posting it to TikTok? I mean, I guess it's probably a pretty safe assumption, actually. If you're at any kind of, you know, event with a lot of people, that it will eventually get posted to TikTok. Both are good. I'm down for both. Just because it should help us go a little bit quicker. And that's all we really need. How's our time looking? Not great. I do think that I've had better runs, for sure. Maybe Stitches was actually my carry. Yep, all right, Stitches was my carry. The way I'll make mistakes in the heat of the moment. Oh, look, I didn't give myself enough time to amply think through the situation that I had put myself within. Rotten baby, I really need your help, man. Like, they're jumping my ass. Rotten baby, they're jumping my ass, dude. I really need some help here. Unrelated to the challenge, but I was thinking about this earlier today. Okay, piercing shots should help a fuck ton with getting this challenge done quickly. That's at least a step in the right direction, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt that coming, but I didn't see a way to dodge it. Just because I still needed to go somewhat fast. Like there, I wasn't gonna move at all. I was standing my ground, not moving an inch. Okay, a slow down room, I understand. They simply thought I was going too fast. One of the best to ever do it. Look, I say that to myself every morning. Go in here. Dad, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Now, what else we got? I don't think I've ever seen Hemolacria aside from re-rolling into it. If this is the first run they ever just put it in front of me, before me, and say, feast my child, I will be grossly upset. Holy card's nice to get, for sure. What do we got here? Bombissimo? Yeah, we're fucked, dude. I can't fight this boss on normal speed. This is simply too fast. You are a Mach 10 fighter pilot. That's not fair. You are in Top Gun, man. Maverick or otherwise. Okay, look, how was I supposed to see the rocks when they're falling at 1,000,000 miles per hour? I fucked that one up. I didn't even mean to pick it up, man. I made a mistake in the heat of passion. Whatever. We'll use it for this one free item. Yippee, halo of flies. Everybody celebrate, celebrate. I've done it. we got our halo of flies. I do know that while we need to go deeper is very optimal because then we can just skip floors. That's true. I can't skip floors. My run is too weak. Currently, I fall before mom's heart. A weak man. Unable to act upon any of my primal desires that I need to. Does this one still drop? It does not drop black hearts for killing them. Cringe as hell, man. Because then I would have a game plan. Fucker. Look. Actually huge, no more contact damage from flies. Is that what virus also does? Oh, wait, that's what Halo does. Well, you know, I don't think we'll have too long to worry about that. It's simply too fast. Please, can't we all just relax and like talk this out? How come everything is quadrupled speed except for my own blue flies? Give me something good. D4, stapler. Stapler's huge. Okay. I'm feeling risky in some kind of way. Will this translate to a victory? I'd like to think, how could it not? I have such confidence within me. Now, give me something to nullify the challenge of the run. They didn't exactly do that, and that's okay. What was that something? Yes, I was exactly asking for. Ooh, this could be a good one. If we get like Whore of Shbabylon, I would not mind that at all. Okay. It's a bit much to dodge when you're 2x speed. Definitely a bit much. Sulfur, not a huge fan of. Spirit of the Night. Yeah, I would love it. All right, well, you know, ooh, diagonals are hard, man. They should go over those in school again. Okay. Before we say I threw the run, I want to clear it out. In my mind, I didn't throw the run there. So I hope that really helps you understand exactly why I would throw the run the way that I did. I didn't think that I would. Instead, I just did. Whatever, we'll just restart. Speed's an easy challenge, basically. What most people miss about this challenge that I actually get is that, like, it's kind of about going quickly. A lot of people think it's called speed because of the immense amounts of drugs you're supposed to shoot up in order to win it. Not the case, but I can completely understand where they're coming from. A speed downgrade probably could hurt. However, it's small rock, man. I'm fucking stoked to see it. It's probably better than whatever our item room item is. Probably. I mean, I'm still gonna have to go back and check for sure. But could you quit being so tanky? You're not impressing anybody. If anything, you're just making me sad with how fragile I am. Now here, you can't hurt me. And I don't say that because I'm confident that you won't be able to. No, I more meant like, please don't. Sorry, I think that we really started on the wrong foot here. When I was saying you can't, I was saying I implore you, do not. But we gotta go back and get our item room. I don't think there's any world where I can't do that. I know, but you're wasting an entire minute plus on the first floor. What are you, insane? Look, somebody has to make the hard decisions here. I just wish that it weren't me. Everyone want to eat? Another minus speed. Stop it. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. This is all about going fast. Not for me. Little fat boy walk. Here he come. Big balloon man walk toward you. How do you respond? Take poster? Yeah, I probably should have. A counterpoint. I didn't want to. Oh, this would have been such a sick poster. I could have self-sacrificed all the way to death. What we're gonna do here, by the way, on this floor, we're gonna self-sacrifice until we get Godhead or Sacred Heart. You might say that's not gonna happen. I say open your mind to other possibilities. You limit yourself in your own potential worldview of what could or could not happen. I don't have such limitations built into my mind. I'm simply designed for it. Just go in here. Just kidding. Obviously, you need to like hit the buttons first. Yeah, okay, fine. Maybe they should make puzzles that, you know, are made for people who are smart like me. I didn't even register that as a puzzle because it looked too easy to me. I don't think you took in the information in the room. Okay, yeah, I didn't. I really just wasn't looking. I saw no enemies and thought, cool, the room's clear. Shit's safe as hell. That's why I could never be a Tomb Raider at all. Hold on. Why would you... Dude, it blocked the term fuckers on Twitch, and you won't believe the reason. They said perceived bullying. What? Who is getting bullied? The ones getting... Do you not know what fucking is, Twitch? I'm sure you do. I've seen the just chatting section. You have to have a decent concept on it. So, I don't think it's bullying. I think that that's like... It's pretty sick if you're a fucker. That means that you have sex. It's like when people go, oh, you're gay. And then my retort in elementary school was, yeah, I'm gay, because gay means that you suck cock. Sorry, that's not my retort in elementary school. My retort was, because it means I'm happy. But everyone knew that one, so I did a little bit of a curveball. Give me both of these, what we got going on in here. Spirit of the Night, but this time it won't kill me. Yeah. Yeah, brother Bobby. All right. We have to move on. I'm spending too much time. Now, I did think that getting this would give me a speed upgrade. Much to my chagrin, it has not given me any. But that's okay. I think that it might have made the run too easy had I had a speed upgrade. If I was going fast on this run, why, they'd have to call the challenge speed. Luckily, they call it a nice stroll through the park. Yeah, you're just jealous that I suck way more than you ever could. When we both end up on the streets, I'm gonna be rich someday. I know how to play one instrument, the schnob. The only instrument I ever was taught to play by my dad was the skin flute. Are you jealous yet? It's not true. He wouldn't have ever taught me that. He said that it's most important that I develop those skills myself. And that's why I'm the man that I am before you today. Hard work, dedication, and commitment. Why is your dad teaching you that? No, don't worry, he wouldn't actually. Family secrets don't ever get passed down like that. You have to work harder. The old... It's like fucking breaking out a family jutsu. Get ready for my gawk gawk technique. From my father and his father before him. Millennium of training for this. All right, sorry, I should learn how to go a little bit lighter with my voice, because everybody is so good at doing like a Deku voice, like the English dub of Deku. I'm not good at it, man. And it sucks because I wish that I could. In fact, if I could, I'd be walking over to like a bagel store and be like, all right, give me 3 bagels on the double. Cream cheese? What do I look like? Some kind of silly baka? You know what I mean? Like, I would be unstoppable. I'm unfortunately quite stoppable as I stand currently. But everyone else is so good at it. Maybe this is what I'll use my voice training classes that I've been saving on for. Do you think, so my job has like a special deal where if I want to learn skills that could be relevant and marketable for the job, they will pay for any classes for it. i.e., I want to learn how to do better After Effects animations, and I work on animations for clients in videos and stuff like that. Therefore, I would be able to learn an After Effects class through their money because it's technically job related, right? That's sick. Do you think I could convince them that I should be able to take like a voice acting class because it only makes sense that I'd know how to speed down? Welcome to the speed challenge where we play the slowest motherfucker we can. See you guys in hell. I'm gonna meander on over there. The enemies are fast, but me, I'm just as slow as the first day of elementary school. Ears down, but damage up. I will be the slowest, hardest hitter in the world. I've got a sledgehammer. I'm trying to get to 0.1 speed. And also, obviously, I'm trying to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. But that's like always my... So I don't think that one should count. But yeah, I just gotta go up to my boss and be like, I think that, hey, I've got to really this class, I gotta take it on Skillshare. It's actually to help me sound more like this. So that way, you know, I can really encourage our clients. They call in. Would it be possible to change this payment gateway over to Stripe and or Square? Because I've just noticed that Square is a bit more of a, you know, industry standard as is compared to PayPal. PayPal feels very much like it's a small business. Yeah, I support you in this. Speed and damage, those fuckers. They got, I've trained so hard to get rid of all the speed that I was ever born with. And all they do is take away my hard work and effort. All they did with their time here was go ahead and take my time away. Now, fuckers. Hey, there we go. Cool. Okay, now I feel safe. No, haven't you heard of PayPal's pricing cuts? You're being foolish. Aw, did Ka-Champ put you up to this? Sorry, I don't think it's a good brand for me to do that. But, however, I didn't consider that it is comedic. Minus speed, you say? All right. That's all I needed to hear. If it makes me slower, I'm down. Unfollow it. No! No! No, it's no! I promise, I don't even know what a hero is or how they even would Academia. I've never even heard of that thing before. I saw this one, I can't remember if it was a YouTube short or a TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, they all blend together. The brain rot just kind of sits up there, you know, congealed. Don't you make YouTube shorts? Yeah, okay. And TikToks, buddy. As I said, the brain rot congeals. So, no effect. Yeah, let's go. But it was somebody who was like, so everyone who's reading My Hero right now, how do we feel about the most recent chapter? And I was like, okay, one, I can't be further from the target demographic. I haven't seen anything on the show since season 2, maybe 3. The only thing I remember is people saying, oh, this raid part is way too slow for how they did it in the anime, and people are like, all right, this is it, the anime's done, it's cooked. That's all I remember people talking about. And also, all of the people in the comments were with me. They were like, why is this getting recommended to me? Who's actively kept up with it? So I'm happy to see that there are hundreds of us. I felt as though maybe I was, you know, missing out on peak. Maybe this was the next Hunter x Hunter that I've been waiting for all these years. God, I fucking love Hunter x Hunter. Oh, baby. One of the best to ever do it, if you ask me. I mean, the run's going well. We just don't have the speed to win, I think. We could still get to the speed to win, for sure. But we have 6 minutes for a lot of floors left. We're gonna have to just get a little bit lucky. However, in the words of Daft Punk, Hit Musician, I'm kind of up all night to get lucky. Or in the words of the one Tobuscus parody of that song, where it was based off of hit game Happy Wheels. I actually think they still said get lucky now that I think about it. So never mind. But I remember that he made that one when he still ruled the world, man. He's actually living the Viva La Vida Coldplay song IRL. It's crazy. Sorry, the Captain Sparkles Minecraft parody Coldplay song. The last I saw of, and I'm not gonna get political. The person is innately political. I'm not gonna get political. The last I saw of Tobuscus was him standing next to Kyle Rittenhouse at a shooting at a firing range. I don't know what happened. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. What the fuck was going on with? Because also, it's not like he's within the age range of Kyle Rittenhouse. What are you hanging out with him for? What is the idea there, man? Without even getting political, he's like a fully grown man being like, I gotta go hang out with this kid. Why? No, don't do that. I have seen that. He's been going crazy on Twitter, and then There was one time I saw that he quoted how he had made people's childhoods with his song. Look, no offense. Yeah, I loved your songs when I was but a wee child, Tobuscus. You wrote nugget, biscuit, nugget, and a biscuit. Does the song slap? Absolutely, and I would never try to take that from you. We don't need to act as though, you know, it was your magnum opus life work, okay? It's not going to be studied in the history books 100 years from now. They're not going to look back and say, this was the turning point. This is when culture first appeared in our world. No, it wasn't. D4? It's an interesting concept. I think that we actually have a chance at winning. A good chance. It's very close. We're cutting it insanely close. I've got to play a little bit better than that, but I'm playing Fast and Afraid, which is the sequel, obviously, to Fast and Furious. I mean, I would, you know how, you know, in gaming history, we'll probably be able to point back to Dark Souls 1 and say this was the start of the Soulsborne genre, right? And, you know, oh, it was truly a turning point for gaming as we know it, because since that turning point happened, millions of developers were able to come out and try to make their own version of Dark Souls, most of them falling pretty flat and honestly feeling a little bit unoriginal and uninspired. But then some were also still really good, but, you know, there were definitely a lot that were just like, hey, if you like Dark Souls, you'll love Dark Souls Live. You know what I mean? It definitely wasn't good or made with love in its mind. It was just kind of made. It would be a humorous idea. Can you please not stall when I'm running low on time, dude? My doctor said I have a couple weeks left to live, and you're out here being like, yeah, let me take a month to get back to you. Buddy, just say you hate me. You don't have to. I understand. I can read the subtext. Tears down and luck down. Amen. All right, our damage is off the charts. We are zooted off of the perk, if you will. Now here, hate you with all my heart. Just kidding. Thank you so much for giving me spawn. Pop up, okay. Tears down there. Look, I don't have time to think about shit like that, okay? My time on this earth is very limited. Doctor said I have 1 week left to live. I've taken out a loan already. I'm going to pass it off to my family. Sucks for them, but like, what do I have to care? What, am I gonna be around to have them lecture me? Nope. I think that's what I would do though. If the doctor was like, hey, you have a week left to live, I'd just be like, all right, man, I'm traveling. I will see you all in Europe, man. Like, fuck that. What am I gonna do there? I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get there on my loan I'm taking out. And someone else can collect it. What am I gonna tell the bank? Oh, it's for buying a house. What house? It's for me to know. It's on a need to know basis. And buddy, you don't need to. Can you do that? Or does the bank I mean, I guess they ultimately approve it. But if I'm a first-time homeowner, I guess I don't need to, you know, fantasize AO3 style about my own death. Someone else can pick that one. Fuck me. I picked the wrong. Oh, we're running low on time. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Don't worry. Hey, we're keeping calm, cool, collected, keeping a level head about the situation ahead of us. We're going to the left. You are a bastard. A dirty, dirty cheat, if you will. What we got does not help. Okay. Balk me. This doesn't help either, but we can go this way. We can trudge ever further onward. Open up. Dude, you gotta quit it with these enemies, man. Please quit it with the enemies. Not all of them, obviously. That would be I couldn't really tell in the dark what was going on. In the dark, warmth is warmth, and I just thought I was in the right place. So I'd like to deeply apologize to all those I've offended with my actions, but how was I to know? Okay. Please, why these ones? Just give me a second. I gotta focus up. All right. Oh, good shit. Man, I'm happy I don't have to do that one again. That one sucks. I hate that one. It makes me think so much. I am so like, as a species, I am diametrically opposed to thinking. On the, you know, the bell curve of my intelligence, I mean, Bumbo kind of shoots out little bombs. Sometimes he tries to kill me, but I just like to think of that as us having fun. Now, we do have some other challenges left. A great many, a variety, if you will. What shall I do with this? Dude, I forget. Every time I tab back over and see my YouTube title or my Twitch title, they're so good this time, man. Holy shit, I really went off with this one. Blue Bomber kind of sucks. Let's do it. I mean, it's not the worst, right? But you can't spam as hard as you used to be able to. Because it used to be like, yeah, you see how there's a little bit of delay? That shit didn't used to exist. In the good old days, you know, back when we were allowed to make jokes without someone canceling you. Oh, what kind of jokes did you want to make? Hey, buddy, it's not about that. Wavy cap, dude. Oh, fuck. I wish we could do it. Like, it wouldn't even do anything on this run. Aside from make me get, you know, a little bit zooted. Which Onin streak would be fun. I hate that challenge. I'm so inaccurate. Fucker. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming this one. Do you think tiers affects? It does not affect how quickly you can do this one. Okay. What are we looking for? Like, let's legitimately think this one through. What am I actually wanting from the shop? I think it does give kidney stone, which is a very fun item. I think double active would work really well. Because then we just get bomb instead of just a singular bomb. I disagree that that one hit me. I mean, yes, I walked directly into him, but I thought he would have been dead before I arrived at his, you know, prefrontal cortex or whatever. All right, good shit me deciding to go through and check them all. What happens if I just hold it down? Okay, nothing. I was hoping it would just continuously explode. But I suppose there are laws in place that stop people from doing that. Oh, I should also announce this will probably be the return of consistent streaming. I guess, like, I don't know if anybody cares, but I'm pretty, I wouldn't say over it. Oh, wait. I have a way to shoot, dude. Let's go. I didn't even realize I should be shooting this whole time. I got my MF shooter brother Bobby with me. That sucks for him, man. He should have thought that one through. Throw one of these. Good shit. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm over it, because I don't think I'll ever be over what happened. But I'm good enough to come back to streaming consistently. And for everyone who doesn't know, if you don't know what I was sad about or anything like that, just like don't worry about it, because I'm not here to bum people out. You know what I mean? It's a really sad tale, and I hate vying for sympathy, man. I'm not trying to, in fact, I don't know what to do when people are sympathetic towards me. It freaks me out. I'm like, you can't be doing that. I don't know what it is you're trying to do. What's your angle? What are you trying to get at? And they're like, nothing. I just care about you. All right, buddy. Quit lying. Dude, brim bombs would fuck with this one. Okay. I see what you're saying. There are definitely some win cons I should be looking for. I guess we go devil deals. Hey, do you think legally I can stream as Steamboat Willie, right? We should do that one stream. Maybe I'll do that April 1st. That's coming up. Yeah, I could do an April 1st stream where I just do a Steamboat Willie model. And I just stream the whole time as Steamboat Willie and be your royalty-free rat. I'll make his ears slightly pointier so he's more of a rat than a mouse. I don't know what the other differences is betwixt them, but it's not for me to know. It's for some biologist to come in and be like, an actual... Okay. I don't know if damage affects our bombs, but goat head affects a lot. Yeah. Oh, I should have gone into that curse room on that floor. Because what if we got Bob's curse? Would it have changed much? Probably not much, but it could have changed something. Look at that. Using my intuition and gameplay knowledge in order to blow a hole to the center from which I could enter at my own accord. Yeah, I keep seeing and it's probably because of the, you know, circles on YouTube I run within. People have to stop, specifically Pokemon fans. You gotta quit it. They're hyping up the new Pokemon Legends Z-A. Stop it. The game's not out yet. Every time you fuckers do this, I get my hopes up that this is going to be the Pokemon game where they change everything. And then it's the Pokemon game where they change nothing. You can't keep gassing it up like this. Let them gas it. We don't even know what the game looks like. They made me look all into it to make sure, ooh, well, what if the gameplay is so sick? It will be good, though. We're going to go through this. We're going to... Look, Legends Arceus was great. But then I heard that this one's going to be limited to a single town. And I know they're bringing back Mega Evolution. So there's a chance they've got something cooking there. Look, it's the worst, right? Because I am that which I hate. I go, you guys can't gas it up. Oh yeah? What are you going to be doing the day the game releases? I'm going to be purchasing and playing it. Thank you. And know it. What does Incubus do when I can't shoot? Oh, we win! Wait, we win! I'm Lilith. Dude, I'm deadhead. I'm Lilith now, and I'm conjoined. I'm a conjoined Lilith. Holy shit. Let's go! Enjoy our casual little Lilith run, boys. All right. Just a relaxing little run. Just playing Lilith with a little bit of an extra explosive surprise. If you ask me, every time I play Lilith, there's an explosive surprise. She's like 2. Give it a rest. It is staggering that the number of Isaac entries on rule34.com is not 0. I think that that's probably proof enough that, like, the Lord has left us. And I think he made the right choice. In the words of Spy Kids 2, do you think God stays in heaven because he fears what he's created? I've always wondered about that quote, right? Because I've looked up to see if there's anybody who knows about it before Spy Kids 2. I couldn't find anybody who did. I'm not claiming that it didn't exist before Spy Kids 2. But if Spy Kids 2 was the first, you know, movie to use that quote, do you think whoever came up with that line walked into the writer room and was like, guys, I got some gas today? And they're like, what do you mean? Hear me out on this one. And he said the line and they're like, holy shit. We gotta have a CGI Dwayne The Rock Johnson while they say this. That's exactly what I was thinking. Finally, someone who gets it. Oh, right. I can use... Yeah, okay. All right. We're chilling, we're chilling. But yeah, if you don't know, that is the scene where behind them they do have a CGI Dwayne Johnson fighting. He's like the Scorpion King or something. I don't know, they were kind of cooking with it. Like, is it the coolest idea? Nah, but it was pretty... Well, okay, so now you're kind of tempt me into taking the... It's a fun idea, and okay, for sure we're just gonna re-roll this, right? At the very least, we have to take this, re-roll. Is this the D6 or is... So that's the D1, D4, D6. Now they're talking sprinkler. They might be sprinkling my language, I won't lie. No, because we don't shoot, so I think sprinkler is just sad. I should just play this like a normal Lilith run, though. Because now I'm playing in a way that makes sense and is smart. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. All right, buddy. Yeah. Whew. Damn. Quit that. Don't ever do that shit to me again. All right. We're good. We're good. Now, what you got in here? Empty vessel. When Isaac has no red hearts, we fly. This is strictly worthwhile permanently because now we also have invincibility frames. All right. We're kind of up to something on this run. I don't know. I feel like this is not the hardest Blue Bomber run I've ever seen. How many Blue Bomber runs have I observed? I suppose not that many. do the particles act different when I observe them versus if I don't? Well, now we're getting into some real philosophical questions, apparently, that scientists can't decide upon. I guess if you, I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. There's like this whole phenomenon where with I believe it's light particles, if they're observed versus not observed, they're going to act differently. Now, I think that this is more of a thought experiment rather than an actual thing that's true, because if it's an actual thing that's true, why would it do that? Why would it, what would be the reason? Is it saving space in our fucking simulation because it knows? I doubt it, because then I'd sound insane. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm mainly using D Infinity for the library play right now. And then once I'm done the library play, I'm gonna take Kamikaze before I move floors. But I do agree that it's probably intrinsically the better option. However, the library play could lead to some shenanigans, depending on what I get. Okay, well, would have loved the key back. Happy with that still. Enter in here. Roll me. At the very least, we get this. Bookworm is nice. Then we're looking at Monster Manual plus Book of Belial. Monster Manuel's not bad, I don't think. It's just not good. In fact, I think if you ever, you know, walk into the function and say, guys, we should drop D Infinity, the Monster Manual here probably could change our entire life, they're going to throw you out. You have sold, you know, you have sold them some of the bad koosh, as it were. And yeah, that's right. Oh my God, he knows slang. Yeah, I'm unstoppable. Don't even ask me what tree is, okay? Because I learned that one. Oh, wait, I guess we might as well take this. Yeah, that's pretty true. One of these is 48-hour energy. That would suck. I mean, I guess it wouldn't suck, but like, amnesia. I fucking love the Dark Descent. Whatever happened to horror games, man? I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say some disingenuous thing, like they still come out with them. No, they don't. Resident Evil does nothing but make remakes. Silent Hill does nothing but hope that someday they can recapture the, you know, past nostalgia that you had for them. Five Nights at Freddy's is, look, no offense, it's just like a whole mess, okay? Did you see the one security breach on launch? It was not, that was not a video game. It was specifically designed to like kill your CPU. Okay, hold on. I think I would agree. I also love, was the main character's name, I believe it was Frank West, right? All I remember is he goes, I've shot wars, you know. He's a photographer, and he acted like that made it so that he could do whatever he wanted. It was so insanely funny. I wonder if this works with, okay, it doesn't let us piss ourselves a little bit. Unlucky. Piss heads out there in shambles. I'm sorry to break it to you. I know you guys finally thought we were gonna get assaulted. Yeah, he's covered wars, you know. I will say, it's such a great series that I wish was treated with any semblance of respect. Because Dead Rising 2, that game terrified me as a kid, dude. The one psycho who was a clown, nah, man. Actual nightmares. I hated him so much. I thought that he was just going to kill me in my sleep for existing. For fighting him in the game, I thought he'd come to life and kill me. Now, he hasn't thus far, but fucking how am I to know when that's gonna change? He's letting me live in a false sense of security. Also, we have achieved Guppy. I don't know if that works with Incubus. It does work with Incubus. So now, bow down and fear me, puny mortals. All of your accomplishments fall nigh before what I have accomplished on this mortal plane. In other words, I got some cool shit. Was 3, okay, so 3 was the one, if I remember right, where, did 3 introduce the idea that queen bees were the ones that they had to kill? Like, you just killed a bee and all of the zombies' heads popped? Or was that in the other ones? Because I can't remember if that was in all of them. I do remember it being in 3 because they had a special cutscene for it. And now that I'm thinking about 3, I remember that one had like a samurai and you were a mechanic. I remember 3 now. I remember because it was the first time I was going to be like alive for one of the games releasing. So I was hyped out of my mind that I played it and I was like, it's pretty good. I don't know if I like it that much, but like, it's pretty good. I went back and played 2 afterwards and I was like, oh, I like this one more. So I think that kind of sold me on where I was at 3. Queens were in the first one. 3 is where they introduced combo vehicles. Yeah, because your guy was like a mechanic. I remember that. I think I just remember that in 3, they did a really kind of ham-fisted cutscene to show off the queen bee killing. Because you were just sitting inside, holed up in this place, and I think some zombies just like accidentally killed the queen itself or something, and they were like, oh, so that's what we should do. And I was like, why the fuck, what is it doing? There's less survival instincts than me ordering $30 of Taco Bell to drown my fucking sorrows away. I know it's not gonna end well. What am I doing? Still no keys, man. Keys are a hot commodity these days. On the bright side, we're generating decent flies and stuff. So what, we just have to kill, is that Satan or is it Mega Satan? Because if it's Mega Satan, they should have started me with the key piece. Right? I think it's just normal Satan. I mean, not that it matters, right? It's not really up to me either way. We have our Fool card. We might as well steal a little item for free. Just a little treat for me. I've deserved it for being such a good streamer. I've gone back to streaming. Okay, yeah, they force us to take negative. Pay 2 to get 3. And then make them all cost coins instead. Because we have enough coins and we're moving on. So we can get quad shot. Let's be honest. Like, oh, come on. What am I even kidding? Oh, well, maybe I don't want Holy Mantle. Yeah, man, sure. What am I on about, dude? You know, I don't know if I've talked about it on stream, and I think that it's probably a bad take that I have, where I hate kind of the idea where people say, oh, I can't have food if it's processed. Because, like, what are you talking about? I understand they probably mean hyper processed. Hey, that's not what you're saying. You went to a grocery store in your life. I guarantee you've ate processed food. That shit was not grown directly there with no GMOs, okay? You can't escape GMOs if you wanted to. And even if you're like, well, I try to avoid GMO foods, you're still eating microplastics whether you want to or not. What's that? You use a plastic cutting board? Sorry, buddy. It's already set in. Stage 4 cancer. I didn't want to be the one to break it to you, but someone's got to tell you the truth. It's over for you. Where do you think that plastic cutting board is going? Directly, you're eating it. Every time you cut something on it, you know? I remember in 2, it was all to protect, like, your daughter. Yo, my ass was not good about the time limit at all. I just wanted to kill zombies. I would spawn in and be like, all right, where are they? I'm ready. Put me in, coach. Give me a silly weapon like a Mega Man blaster and throw me in. Dude, when the game doesn't have audio, it makes me grossly aware of how loud I'm being at night in my apartment. I'm going to get shanked. But that's okay, he's my favorite character in One Piece. I think that it's about time as a society we stop trying to hide microplastics and start making them the main focus of meals. You can say that's an insane take. I'm here to tell you it's not an insane take. It's a smart one. Let's just get more damage. Plus 2 point. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, why not? Off the record. Was that? I don't remember it at all. Even remotely. Was it like a DLC for 2? Because I remember. It's cool. I didn't even want to use that for an HP upgrade. Gross. I think I might have had. I do remember in 2 there was a mini game that I played the hell out of. I can't remember if it was actually online, co-op, or whatever. It was a mini game where you were on a motorcycle and just fucking using your motorcycle to mow down zombies, that's what I call innovation. That's the evolution. What the fuck? But we haven't done... Am I insane? Wait, have I lost my mind? Guys, I think that some kind of memory loss is setting in. I don't know. Okay, 15 cents for... Guys, everybody screenshot this and post it to the subreddit. Everyone, right now, you gotta screenshot this and post it to r/The Binding of Isaac. And then put as the text up top, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. And then the flushed emoji, because I'm paying 15 cents for 25. It's just like, it's comedic in many ways. And you could say, I'm not doing that, I have dignity. That's, you know what, fair enough. Oh, look, I try to avoid Reddit. That doesn't mean you can't post in my stead. Look how many fucking familiars we got on this run. This was not a challenge run. I'm sorry. I know it was supposed to be. I'm firing tiers normally. I've got all the challenge on this run is just the fact that, oh, in the first floor, you couldn't shoot. And look, man, it was pretty hard. But now, look, I'm shooting even quicker. All right, well, it's just not fair. So I guess that this is the lamb we're killing? I don't know. I truly don't understand. Whatever. Oh, there's a luck up penny in here. Is it worth it? I don't know. We don't really have anything that scales with luck, but I like shiny things. I'm kind of like a little dragon and or goblin in that way. More like a mind goblin. What's that? Mind gobbling on... Well, hold on. I forgot the punchline, but once it comes back to me, you'll all be sorry. Fuck. They changed that. It no longer counts as an explosion. I wasn't... Oh. That's it. I was gearing up for the rest of the challenge. Gold bombs? I guess gold bombs. Pay to play, have a heart, I rule brains. Let's just keep going down the list. I know that today's been nothing but challenge runs, and I'm sure someone's itching for a normal run. I refuse. If we can get deep pockets, then we're on to something. Now, they make me pay to hurt myself. What is this, middle school and hot topic? Come on. Let's go in here. But... it's very worthwhile because now we're on to something. Verp, I could have gone infinite. Why did I drop a coin? What did that coin come from? How was it there? Did I have a golden heart that I didn't know about? I don't know. These questions and more will be answered after the break. So we've got to be mindful with our money. Otherwise, we just lose this. Oh my god, dude, allow butt plug. What is this, fucking 1984? Jesus. If I don't allow that, what will I allow? If I don't stand for something, then I'll fall for everything. Putting my hand up heroically after saying that. I should have gone into the shop. Yes, that would have been a great idea. We've still got this. So if we get IV bag, I think the run's just sealed there. Like, you just win. Safety cap. I just don't want it. How do I? 5 bombs for 7 cents. It's strictly a value deal that I'm down to take. With that said, it might not be the most worth it. Okay. Well, one of the bombs is completely useless. Now here, he's just done. Okay. Well, I'll take my +3 range then. Must be nice to have a tapeworm. And I know what you're thinking. How would it ever be nice? Oh, so you just don't want a friend? So in your life, you've never thought to yourself, wow, it'd be so nice to have a friend? Okay, well, I guess, you know, just make me feel bad. Well, I was hoping to get deep pockets, if you must know. All right. Game over. Wait, it costs money to get hurt. Oh, they balanced it around the idea of, buddy, you're not going to outsmart us. Unless, does this work? So we drop a lot of coins, but we did go up 1. So we drop a lot of coins, but we stayed this. No, we went up 1. We'll hold on to it. I'm not sure if it's actually good for us. I'm just gonna. How did he live that, man? He got stomped on and felt nothing. Holy shit, he's actually a cosplayer. I'd imagine they just kill you if you don't have money. It's kind of like, you know, you walked into the Steam summer sale and told Gaben you're not buying. He just pulls out a revolver and says, I'm sorry. I didn't want it to end this way. But what am I to do? It's walking into the McDonald's and saying, oh no, I don't really want anything right now. I'm not that hungry. The employees are allowed to pull out their Magnum. That's the only, you know, excuse they have. Dude, I wish that I wasn't like somewhat aware of current events, right? Because I don't want to go to McDonald's because everyone's, you know, talking about why you shouldn't go there and the other places you shouldn't go to, blah, 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 blah. I get it. And I'm not going there. They're advertising this new sauce, their WickDonald's sauce, and I want it so bad. And people go, no, trust me, you're not missing anything. The sauce is horrible. I don't think you realize. That's precisely the reason I need to try it. I've got an innate need within me that says, you must try the WickDonald's sauce. It will be the worst thing you've ever tasted. And I know earlier in the stream I was saying that it's fucked up that the human mind's like that. I'm not saying I'm immune to being like that. I agree that it's fucked up, but what am I to do, man? I'm not gonna fight instinct, okay? Also, it was very stupid damage. I realized that and recognize it. Look, happens. It's also like, I feel as though, because everyone's like, oh, you're such a hero for boycotting and all that kind of stuff. First of all, thank you. Yes, it is 8.9 inches and curved slightly to the left. I'm happy that you could, you know, tell all of that. And thank you so much for noticing. But am I really giving up anything that I care about? They're like, oh, make sure you never go to a Starbucks or a McDonald's. Those are two of the biggest offenders. I think that my life is strictly better. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've really lost anything that I was getting up in the morning and going, please, you know, I wasn't really pining over any of this. So ultimately, you know, if I'm helping people for it, sure, I don't care. And if it turns out, oh, the boycott was actually for nothing because blah, blah, blah. I don't care, man. All I did was give up McDonald's for a while. I'm not leaving anything. It is sensationalized for sure. I think that that's just the nature of social media, though, is what's the point of doing anything if people aren't noticing you do it, you know? Oh, you're boycotting? That's so brave of you. Who saw that you were boycotting? Who was there to bear witness to the idea that you were helping people? Oh, no one? Well, then what was the point of it? That's why I hate all of those influencer feel-good videos where they're like, I saw this poor old man sitting and eating alone. So I did what anybody would do, and I sat with him and paid for his meal. Look, I'm sure that you did really help the old guy feel better, which is where I feel conflicted, because I'm sure he enjoyed talking with somebody who seemed interested in him. But then you post him on, you know, your social media platform to farm engagement, and the old man, all he got out of it was he got to tell somebody his story that you are now monetizing without his consent, which is where I'm kind of like, look, I understand that it was ultimately a good deed that you had performed, but you've performed it for all of the wrong reasons. Yeah, this poor old guy, he was begging with a Taco Bell cup. So I dropped off my Stanley cup for him so he could beg with a little bit more class. I'm gifting the homeless Stanley cups now that I heard that there's lead in them. Heart emoji. Oh, they're a hero. Look, they're so nice. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm on that Iron Flask grind, all right? Iron Flask doesn't have lead in it. And I'm out here sipping water like a champ. Now, is there a chance there's a little bit of mold inside my straw because I don't, you know, clean it enough? Yeah. But, you know, that's fine. I think a little mold is probably good for your immune system. No, it's especially really bad for it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see the science on it. No, the science is done. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for another scientist who agrees with me. It's kind of like going to doctors. You shop around until you find one who agrees with your delusions. Oh, I have bronchitis. Would rubbing lavender oil on me help? No. All right, well, you've just lost a customer. I'm gonna go across the street and ask them the exact same question. And one of these days, someone will say, yeah, I think that would help a lot. And all of a sudden, I'm gonna be vindicated. And you'll be the fool who didn't help me. What we got over here? Buddy in a box is just not good enough. I will buy a singular soul heart, though. I mean, I've said it before, right? I'm not a good enough person to give money to the homeless. I get weirded out when they stare at me and I'm in my car sitting there with my, you know, full Baja Blast neon green staring them through the windshield. They can tell what it is. They know 100% that that is a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. They know the absurd price I just paid for that chicken quesadilla in the bag next to me, and I'm acting like I don't have any money over here. Look, I can feel their shame on me. What am I gonna do? Get out of my car and suck them off? I'm not that good of a stranger, all right? I'm not the good Samaritan. At best, I will give them a wave so that I'm not ignoring their sign that says, please help. That's... Hey. Or maybe I'll even do like a little point, a little finger gun. Be like, my man, hey. You know? I see you. You see me? All right. Dap him up maybe on my way out. That's the best I got for him. I know. That's so cruel. That's so cruel. I feel weirder not acknowledging them. And yet also I feel like a piece of shit if I do acknowledge them and don't give them anything. So I don't know what the happy medium is. That's why I just stare and scream. Like I'm tripping on Fent. It normally helps. They start to leave me alone after that. I start bending over doing the Fent squat. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit. He's insane. Wait, never mind. I don't want his money. Well, I feel like there will be strings attached. But I don't know. It's just such a weird place to be. You shouldn't open that. No, yeah. Well, actually, we went up in money, so statistically, it was worth it. Never mind. A little pain, and I gained money in the process. Now that's what I. Wait, be smart. Shoot at me, fools. Yo, oh, so you love shooting except for when I'm near something where it would benefit me? Is that what it is? You know precisely what it is I'd like. Lucky for you, that's what I'd like. That's what I'd like. You got me shining sober. Please, just like right here. How did that miss? Okay, thank you, buddy. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I wish you the best of luck in your pro Valorant career. Why did I say pro Valorant? Because he had no problem just sitting there and not shooting anything for a while. And I know Valorant pros can do that. It's all they do 95% of the game. So and this is not an issue that just extends to Valorant. I get bored of... I think Rainbow Six Siege is the only one that has enough action of the tactical shooters to keep me invested. Because there's so many little niche things you're checking in Rainbow Six Siege. In Valorant, it's actually just hold a corner. Maybe if you play Cypher, you can act like you're playing Rainbow Six Siege, which is why I played Cypher when I played Val. But then also, you've got to deal with the community, which is... Look, if I hear one more person saying, I will give you an ooh-woo for every kill you get, I'm sorry, I have to jump off of a balcony. It is no longer an option. It's primally something takes over me, you know what I mean? It's the urge to get oiled up after going on TikTok. It's primal within you. Something just awakens. Something inside you snaps. I mean, we're not doing anything else on this floor. I might as well, Emperor. That new groove. I think it's so bad, man. It's not fun. But that's most tactical shooters. I'll give CS credit because here's the thing. Even though CSGO is also a tactical shooter that involves a lot of holding corners, and I'm at the point in my life where I would no longer enjoy playing it, which is crazy because I feel like, you know, there's a bell curve, which is when you're a kid, it's one of the best games ever. Then you reach early adulthood, it's one of the worst games to ever do it. Then when you get old again, all of a sudden it's perfect because you don't have to move too much. What I'll give CS is that their movement at least feels somewhat faster because you've got the bee hopping, quick scoping, all that kind of shit, right? In Val, it kind of feels like everything's just a little bit too slow. Even when you play Jet, who's supposed to be like the speedster character for if you wanted to, you know, speedball a little bit of heroin right before you wanted to play a video game, this is the character for you. Even she's got a little bit of slowness to her, I'm not gonna lie. Just at least a smidge of yo, I have is hold on, let me check. When I alt tab here, it should automatically pause for me. Egads, it's done it. Let me check if RoboQuest is the one I'm thinking of. Yes. Maybe I will buy and play this one. This could be a vibe, dude. I was looking at it. It reminded me a lot of Gunfire, and I love Gunfire in art style, and I don't know how it plays, so I guess I can't say in play style. I'm gonna say in play style anyways because I'm nothing if not ignorant. No, but it does look super sick. The art style is so polished for it, and that means a lot to me. I mean, I know I'm playing a game that looks... I understand that Isaac isn't the prettiest game to everybody, okay? But it's pretty to me. And isn't that all that really matters? Because at the end of the day, do you really need anyone else? Come break me. Bury me, bury me. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the singer of that, or one of the members of that band, is Jared Leto, as in Morbius, dude. Isn't that fucking crazy? What a varied career to have. Going from singing one of the emo classics to being Morbius on the big screen. I hope that he is proud, because he should be. Now, we don't have to talk about his Joker. Oh, but he said he was really proud of his Joker. I know that he was really proud of his Joker. I'm not gonna lie, that's the issue. There wasn't much to be proud of there. People unironically remember that one kid who hit us with the, "I'm the Joker, baby," better than they remember Jared Leto's. And I know it's like, well, yeah, but people ironically like the, "I'm the Joker, baby" kid. Obviously, there is ironically liking it. But you shouldn't be comparable, right? I don't think people would be like, in seriousness, if you, oh, which one would you rather watch? The "I'm the Joker, baby" video, or, you know, Mark Hamill's performance as the Joker in the animated stuff? Most people would say, I would rather watch Mark Hamill's, and actually everybody would, because it was like a good performance and stuff. If you ask someone, hey, you want me to put on the "I'm the Joker, baby" guy who put on like the horrible makeup and did his own self audition, or do you want to watch Jared Leto actually in, you know, Suicide Squad? 100% of people are going, yeah, let's just put on the one that I can actually laugh at and have a good time with. And that is not the Suicide Squad one. But hey, I mean, you know, if he's proud of it, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sure one day you'll get your big break. It is a bit strange, right? I don't know. Wait, hold on. Oh. Dude. Wait, a console upgrade? Like, does it run poorly on PS4? Is this game that intensive? Or is he... If he's playing on PS3, on God, let's fund this man. We gotta start a GoFundMe for him. I think that counts as a hate crime to be playing PS3 in this day and age. He's an original Xbox One. All right. Sorry, I picked the wrong allegiance. I went for the PlayStation side of things. My Sony biases were showing. I'm very sorry about that. Here I am looking like a fool. I mean, Xbox has all the sick originals like Halo Infinite. I love watching a childhood classic get butchered in front of me. Just watching them take it out back and shoot it multiple times, and then the corpse flops over and they just keep firing. They just go $20 for a samurai armor skin. Please buy it. Oh, it's just something beautiful. Something that only the pain of losing a child, you know what I mean? We can get pay to play. It's just, look, does it actually do anything logistically for the challenge? No, but it's kind of funny, right? Like, it's on theme that now I can use coins to open chests. His most recent's a Switch. Okay. Hardcore gamers will tell you, don't buy a Nintendo Switch. because its consoles, hardware, and firmware aren't there. Blah, 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 blah. Does it turn into a space heater after playing Animal Crossing? Yes, but what you are failing to recognize, and you're not being honest with yourself, is that it's a very fun system, because being able to like play games you enjoy mobily is very fun. Now, it does wage the question, why wouldn't you just get a Steam Deck? Look, obviously a Steam Deck is, if you're a general, or not even a general, if you're a bit more of a hardcore gamer, yes, the Steam Deck's 100% better. What do you want? Look at their prices. Who's gonna argue otherwise? This one gives me fire rate. That's pretty sick. But there's still the upside of like, the Switch has so many comfy games to play. I'm not gonna be able to play a Mario game, especially now that that one emulator is shutting down, on my Steam Deck. I don't even own a Steam Deck yet. I thought about getting one. Why didn't I get one? They're just so expensive. And also I didn't know which ones to do. I played the hell out of a Sega Genesis game. I believe it was called Road Rage or Road Rash. Let me check. Hold on. Road Rash. I think it was Road Rash. It was Road Rash. Dude, this game was sick as hell. The whole point of the game is you were racing motorcycles with the boys, right? It was in that very traditional arcade scroller style for racing. What set it apart then? It was street races. What does that mean? It means the entire time you and somebody else are able to beat the shit out of each other. You see an opponent about to pass you, you can go over and kick their bike out from under them and they'd spin out. It was so clutch, man. That game was on something else. But yeah, that one also wasn't out when I wasn't alive for it to release. It was just whenever I was at my grandmother's house, that was the only console she had, because it was like my mom's console that she played growing up. I mean, I guess growing up in what sense? I don't know. It was the only one they had. And half of the games on it were like Barbie games that they bought very clearly because, you know, the video game but for girls. And it was funny because her favorite one was also Road Rash, and it's because that shit was clutch, man. It was so fun. Something about racing and beating the shit out of people activate those caveman instincts that we are installed with, that we need to strive for. Our liberties. You know, a little bit of Kanye from the one poop diddy scoop. Whoop de scoop de poop. Dude, there's this one song. Sorry, it's bringing me back to it, because on that album, somebody had made a joke that he would sample. I believe it was Video Game Donkey made a joke that he would sample the "I am the glibgo gobgalob." You know what I mean? I'm actually down to take this for minus 15% boss health. Also, because our trinkets have been ass cheeks. But someone had made a joke that he would sample that, and then he ended up actually sampling it, right? And so obviously, the "I am the glibgo gobgalob," the schlubble wubba dubba, you know what I mean? That one is not genuinely a very good song. It is a humorous song, and we can all appreciate the humor that comes from the song. Hate to break it to you if you were like the #1 glibgo gobgalob fan, and you were like, but that library truly was a treasure trove. In many ways, I would agree with you that that library truly was a treasure trove. But anyways, I digress. There's this one song that's been going insanely popular on TikTok, and people are like, it's such a fun song that's so whimsical. I'm not gonna lie, every time I listen to it, all I hear is the glibgo gobgalob song, and I don't know if people are being like ironic or not about liking this one. I don't know, maybe I've been on the internet for too long or not long enough. I can't tell what's irony anymore. You just see so many people who say things that you think are 100% bait or troll posts, and then they're like, by the way, I did mean this with 100% sincerity, and I think it's fucked up that everyone thinks I'm joking. So I don't know if what we're actually like, what's the vibe really on it? Because all I'm hearing is the schlubble wubble double lubba glibba glow glob, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't say they're cooking, but you know, the stove's on for sure. I mean, the house is in danger of burning down, but they've got the stove on. Now, what is this one's challenge? What am I doing? What does my life come to? I'm out here playing Isaac at 10:35 on a work night, man. No, I'm not gonna let existential dread come over me. If anyone's going to, I won't. It's too easy, right? Like, innuendo is so easy to make jokes out of, but it is a little bit funny. I'll give it credit there. It's just like, I do think that we need to reclaim double entendres. And you might say, what do I mean by that? Because, you know, people use double entendre all the time. I'm not talking about specifically using double entendre. I mean the actual word itself. Oh, yo, quit whatever that was. Holy. But double entendre, people only ever use it when they're like, oh, haha, sex moment. It doesn't have to be that. The word has a whole dictionary definition where it can just be like a word, you know, being used to mean something else and or other situations in which you may use it. But I blame the Cat in the Hat, the 2000, I think it was 4, maybe 2003 film starring Michael Myers, because they, you know, said full of double entendres and fun for the whole family. And then the double entendres were just the Cat in the Hat being like, you dirty hoe. But like, he was actually holding a garden hoe. Now the joke there, quite humorous. And I know you might need me to explain it because, you know, they were really using some highbrow humor. It's actually that like, hoe could also be used in like the way in which you would refer to somebody who's doing sex work. See, now we can all laugh and think that's one of the funniest jokes we've ever heard. Then now you're kind of starting to get it. But I think it's up to us as a people to, you know, like take it back for just meaning, just let it be whimsical, okay? Nothing's allowed to be whimsical in the US. Not in the US, in the English language. There's a little bit more than just the US who speaks that language, I believe. You know, I haven't done all of my anthropology homework, but I mean, we'll take it, sure. Max out our tier rate. We're kind of a glass cannon, but our cannon is going to misfire the longer we play. I am standing on the receiving end of the cannon's fire currently. But I think if I play this right, it's still a win. Which is a comforting thing to think. I will say, I have flies. Yes. Aha! Look at me, remembering all of the information available to me, so I may actually create an informed decision from which, you know, things shall change. Oh my god, life will change. My favorite song. Yo, my one friend, well, I was gonna say from Persona 5. My one friend has started playing Persona 3, and I'm very happy about that because I put him on Persona 5 and he loved it. So if he loved Persona 5, brother, I've got great news about 3 Reload. The story is better. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your out. No, it might be a controversial take because I understand 5 received a lot of praise. I think that it's probably because it was the first game of the series to go very mainstream just due to the fact that its presentation was so nice. And I think no matter what you think about Persona 5 as a game, you can't fault how well polished the game was in terms of its visual design. In terms of its story, I mean, you don't gotta make me say it. It was not the best story. See that? I'm able to frame things in a way where it sounds nice. The fact that I was able to dodge all of those, Merry Christmas. I'm not gonna hold you. It is a Christmas miracle that we got out of all of those. Great. We have the chariot. Awesome. Use this when we feel insanely threatened. Rats are known to glow rainbow and hide away if they feel insanely threatened. So luckily we're able to do what nature has intended for us. I just hate the way you guys want to fight me. It's not your fault, but it kind of is. It expressly was, actually. Now that you're all defeated and you can't say anything back, fuck you guys, it was your fault. I'm on my Mumford and Sons, but it's not your fault but mine, you know what I mean? Fucker. Hate that enemy so much, man. That enemy type sucks. They feel so unpredictable and as though their own rules don't apply to them. Which rules are those? I don't know, and that's what scares me even more. Please. Okay, okay. Don't spawn a boss. Doesn't count as a boss. Hate you for doing it still. Because now, it's going to be very hard for me to dodge during the brim part. Okay. We got rid of all of them before the brim part. We're good. Actually, decided not even to do brim. How nice of her. We might as well check in here. Asshole. Oh, it's so funny. They gave me go ahead on the final floor. I'm not laughing. I'm in pain. I'm in a lot of pain, and it hurts so bad. Ooh, ow, Eve. That's my little spine and ribs breaking. So what we got? Oh, fuck, dude. Cathedral sucks so much to fight in. Can you not? Do we think we could, like, just all be cool? I guess not. All right. That's sick, too, man. So, one of these gotta be good. I mean, technically good. Please. Please quit whatever the hell this is, man. I don't appreciate or approve. This one's also unidentified. Luck up. Sure. I would love... It would just really hit the spot. Oh. No! Ow! My own flies were my own undoing. Alright, alright, alright. Just bait these guys one at a time. We're a bullfighter. We're a bullfighter. Remember that. Oh my god, he's a bull dude. Put him on r/cucks. No, no, not like that. So I'm a little bit ashamed that I know it, but also at the same time, like a little bit proud that I could finally flex that I, you know, understand cuck terminology. It's one of the most depressing subreddits in the world to go on, by the way. And I'm not even talking about it in a kink shaming way. I'm just saying that because, like, half of the posts on there are about people whose relationships are actually falling apart due to their, you know, kink. I walked back into a fire. What an excellent way to die. Talking about getting cucked. And here I am, cucking myself out of a victory. Why did I walk back? Ah, dude, I was on my Dragon Force shit. I was like, through the fire, red flames, we carry on. And then I didn't. I flopped over dead. Damn. All right. I do think that this is where I'm going to call it for the night. I do have work tomorrow. So, I'm going to end stream. Goodbye. Goodbye. What are you still doing? The show's over. Get out. It's done. It's done. It's gone. I spent it. There's nothing left for you. You gotta go, man. I'm gonna stay here until you're all gone. I'm gonna watch each and every one of you off safely. I want to make sure you all have a lovely night. Good. Everyone's gone. Bye. Gone. Bye.